Hello guys, True Experts and Sam. Welcome back to another flight sim stream, everyone. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Sim. Sorry that was about 7 minutes delayed. Just had a little issue with my microphone. It wasn't plugged in because I normally unplug it. So yeah, basically, here we go. Ibiza to Manchester. So my last flight sim was Manchester to Ibiza. So I'm basically just doing a return from that service about 3 weeks ago whenever I did that flight. So yeah, it should be a quite nice evening. It's about, well, 6 minutes to 10. So I'll probably be landing, I would say, around midnight, probably midnight. So it's going to be quite a long one, but I know I can get away with it because it's obviously the summer holidays. So yeah, works out well. Everyone's happy. I'm happy. So yeah, let me just get to the chat. Who's here? Fraggle Plays, Epic Gamers, and Jacob's Aviation. I recognise some of those names. So yeah, anyway, let's get going. So Ibiza, I just need to select the gate at Ibiza. I don't know if I've done it already. I've already done it, it's fine. So I can pretty much get away with it. Bear in mind, I've had a 2-week break off YouTube. So if my flying is a bit atrocious, which it always is, yeah, just, you know, be a bit patient. So yeah, I'll set up a camera and once we're in the air, basically. Because I just haven't had time to set it up. So yeah, I'll set up a webcam. To be honest, I don't know even know if we need webcam. We probably do. Don't know. Let me know if you need some webcam. Looking forward to this flight. Yeah, it should be good. Should be good. I'm just going to get my fan on because it's roasting in my room. Just get it on. Fans on. There we go. We'll get 2 other fans on in a minute. Those big bloody engines on the plane. Martin's here. I'm heading excuses. No excuses. No, it's my microphone. My microphone wasn't connecting. Well, I thought it was connected, but I plug it out every time I don't stream because it's got an LED light on it, and whenever it's off, basically it shines red, and when it's on it shines blue. And basically when I have an LED light on something on 24/7, that LED light's going to fade, so I like to unplug it just so it doesn't basically fade. So yeah, because I've had that in the past. Right, okay, so oh my god, yeah, the pin I've made, yeah, it's good, isn't it? Martin's pin. Yeah, let's see if I can remember all this after 2 weeks of not doing any YouTube. I didn't select a gate either. I selected a remote stand. Oh dear, what a shame. So yeah, I had a good day today. Went out to Cheshire Oaks with my mum. It was okay. Yeah, I went to Slim Chickens because that's somewhere my sister recommended. She said, oh, you should go there. We're going to go to like a really nice fish and chip place. I ended up going to bloody Slim Chickens, and it's just like no taste to it at all. Honestly, I was going to do a bloody COVID test, and seriously, just no taste to it at all. Like, couldn't taste a thing. Chips were okay, but the chicken was just, I don't know, just rubbish. I don't know if you've ever had one, but yeah, not very good. I wouldn't be rushing back, that's all I'm going to say. Wouldn't be rushing back at all. Right, okay, let's select the speed. Okay. Sam's ignoring me. Oh, here he is, Adam, also known as Aaron. How are you, mate? Who else is here? I did a 5-hour flight from Liverpool to St. John's International. Very nice. And yeah, so make sure to like, guys, as well. I need to get the like stuff up. There we go. That's not intruding the flight banner, which I might be changing actually. I might be updating that flight banner. Just so it looks a little bit more sleek. I know it just looks a little bit arty-farty, this flight banner here. I don't know. What do you think? Does it need an upgrade? Whoa, not 0. Don't want 0. Right, okay. Let's select the speed. And let's get going. I wonder if we can get out of here as quick as possible. Hang on, why does it keep going to 0? Every time I click X, it goes to 0. I'm not meant to... Yeah, apparently they've updated this now. So I've updated the game, and they've updated the A321. And they've got different versions now of it. We've got the legacy version, and but there's no difference. I don't know what what they've done to it, to be honest. Was it LVFR? Latin VFR. Honestly, it's like they've done nothing, but they've called different planes. And they seem to have gotten them in a different selection now. So you've got all the newer equipment of the A321, and then you've got the legacy stuff, so it's just cluttering it up more because there's more planes. So who cares? What does the legacy one mean? I've not a clue, because it's not got as good sound. I don't know, not a clue. Are you not going to do MCDU? No, I'm not. I'm on Xbox, so I can't do all that. I fly it my way. So it's kind of the highway or no way, you know what I mean? That's how it is in my book. Anyway, that's I think we're all good. We've all got all the stuff on. Got taxi lights on. To be honest, I've played no flight sim. Literally, in the last 2 weeks, I've played no flight sim at all. Haven't had time for it. Just gonna see beacon lights. Strobe should not really be on just yet until we start the engines. I think we're all good. All good for pushbacks. Just need to unselect the parking brake, which I think I've already done, which I put on again. Yeah, that's off now. I think we should all be good with seatbelt signs on. They are. Dylan's here as well. I'm on Xbox and I can do all of it. Well, I don't bother to do it. I kind of just do it my way. I didn't even know, because there's whatever you call it. I'm not interested in it anyway. Right, we'll push back to the left. Oh no, we need to push back to the right actually, because it seems like we're landing on the right side. Yeah, how are you, Dylan? One of the OGs. One of the OGs. The good old people. Right, okay. Go to the right. Yeah, it's a good day out in Cheshire Oaks. I bought a few clothes as well. I bought £50 worth of clothes. All from different shops as well, because I don't like buying the same things from the same shop in case people go, oh, hang on, that's from that shop. I don't like buying any designer stuff either, or any of the sportswear. So it's kind of like I like to mix and match, because it's a little bit more original then. So, yeah, just one of my shorts. I've got a massive rip in it when I was in London. The green cargo shorts, yeah, everyone will remember them, especially Ian. Yeah, so I've bought a new pair now. Well, online anyway, because they didn't do the size. Because we live in a beast country, so all the stuff's for fat people. Ibiza to Manchester, possibly the only route in the world where everyone has a hangover, pilots have sunglasses for some reason. Any chance you can adjust the colour contrast? It's a bit bright. No, basically what you need to do is go onto a HDR device. So if you've got a HDR device, you need to select on that. Well, watch it on it, that's what I mean. So if you're watching on a HDR device, you won't suffer from the SDR effect. So watch on a HDR device. That's all I'm saying. What about a new bag? I'm looking at a new bag. I just want to get it right, because obviously a new bag is quite a big expense, because the bags I get, because of what they do and where they go, are very, very expensive and need to be well made. I mean, my last one was from, was it Mark Ryden? Something like that anyway, Mark Ryden. Yeah, Stream Deck. You will get another Stream Deck. No more Stream Decks. No more Stream Decks. I'm quite happy with my Stream Decks. The other Stream Deck hasn't been out for about 3 weeks, actually. Hang on, no, what am I saying? He was out at the airport on Saturday. Cheshire Oaks, that's where all the Labour Party lot go. Yeah, it was quite good, to be honest. It was okay. I haven't been there since December. I went in December to see one of the markets, because around December time I actually like to see some of the markets. But we don't drink in them. I never bothered to drink in a market. I always look around it and then drink after it or before it. You know what I mean? I never actually bother to, you know, because I know it's a rip-off. So I kind of go the smart route and not even bother giving them a business. I just like to look around them and film people. It's okay, I'll just pinch the pilot's sunglasses. Yeah, how about you do that? Or maybe invest in a nice screen. Maybe a HDR screen so you can watch my streams in HDR. It's better for you, you know. Maybe you should do that. Nah, I never went on the Ferris wheel. I mean, If Ian what was it? If Ian donated 50 quid, I would have gone on that Venice wheel. Ferris wheel. That's it. I can't speak English. Alright, let's wait for these engines to start up. Got a bit of a high thrust on one of them. Yeah, so I'm a little bit out of a loop at the moment because I've not flown a plane in flight sim for yonks, literally. Yonks. We got all the thingies on. Wipers, we don't need them on. It's not raining. Fuel switches. We need the... Hang on. Airframe, wing. We need that on. Probably need that on. Window. Yeah, we've got. I think we're okay. I think we're all good. Taxi lights are on. Should be not on. Wing lights. I think we're all good, boys. I think we're all good. 45% thrust. I think that's a bit high. I'm watching it on my TV. What type of TV is it? I'm assuming it's an old one. Yeah, so basically the thing is with YouTube, because these streams are HDR now. Whoa, 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 whoa. I wanted to do that. Yeah, because the way YouTube works is it cannot process a stream in 4K, sorry, HDR in real time. It can't do that. So basically what it does is on screens that support HDR, it can do that, but for any screens that are not HDR, it has to basically encode it to HDR. So you're basically watching it in SDR on a screen that can't support HDR, and then in 48 hours, 24 hours, it'll eventually encode it, so it's kind of SDR encoded to HDR. So that's basically how it works, because YouTube, it just can't transfer that sort of data HDR live. It just can't do it unless it's a screen that can support HDR. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a tricky one. I flew into the T2 pier. Sounds more 911 than it was. Apologies. Right, let's wait for this guy. Apparently this is a Ryanair. Apparently. I flew into the T2 pier for the first time last week. Eurowings A319 from Dusseldorf. I should have spent the 50 quid on the Ferris wheels. Eurowings was less fun than Ryanair. About 8 years old, yeah, I don't think that will be supporting HDR. No. Yeah, I am sorry if it does look quite bright, but yeah, it's kind of encouraged that people watch these. Especially because I always put it in the title anyway. You know, HDR stuff is watched on a HDR device because it encodes it live. When it's not, it's SDR, and it doesn't look great. It's more washed out and oversaturated. Bloody hell! Has he been taking flying lessons from me? Bloody heck! All right. I haven't been to Chester since 21st of May. Sorry, 31st of May. Need to go again, but scared in case I get mopped by a load of Green Party socialists. Yeah, it's good, Chester. We were there last Friday, weren't we, Martin? Yeah, I mean, Martin were in good old Chester, which apparently hadn't been for about like 18 years or something, so yeah, it's pretty good. You ever been to Ibiza? I've been to Ibiza, I have. I've been there about twice. Well, I've been there about twice. Been there 2 times. I want to go again. Possibly staying at the Ushuaia. But apparently the Ushuaia Hotel now, the actual hotel part, is actually called the Unexpected Ibiza Hotel. So they've actually changed the name of it at the Ushuaia. Because people are obviously going, well, which one's the Ushuaia Hotel? Is it the one with the pool? Or is it the one with the pool with the stage? You know what I mean? So I think people were probably getting a bit confused, because I was confused. I was like, why are there 2 Ushuaia hotels? Because one of them has the big stage next to it, and then another one is just the Ushuaia Hotel, and it's a bit confusing where people are going. So they've called one of them the Unexpected Ibiza Hotel. So so people actually know where they're going now, compared to last time. So yeah, I'd love to go there again. And there is another one down the road, which is something like 50 quid a night. Looks alright, you know, just somewhere to rest your head. That's all you need. You don't need 5-star service. You know, you're in a pretty nice place anyway, so you don't really have to counteract that by having a really nice hotel room. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd sleep in a shithole in Tenerife, you know. As long as I'm in Tenerife, I'm happy, you know. We need to go again, we do. Good night out. Yeah, I've been to Ibiza. I went on the 777 to Ibiza about 2 years ago with privilege, and I think the time before that it was the Jet2 A330 and a 757 back, which I didn't do a trip report on because it was too dark. And plus I'd done like 757 reports in 2022. By the time it came around to July, literally I think 5 Jet2 757s had already been reported and done, you know. The Unexpected Ibiza Hotel. That's the most boring name I've ever heard. Good on the lawyer. Probably got paid 10 million to come up with it. Well, I don't know. They've just called it that because obviously people were getting confused, and I was getting confused as well because there's kind of 2 Ushuaia complexes, and I think people were getting confused in which one they were going to be in. Are they going to be near the stage, or are they going to be in the one that's kind of like a high-rise one? So I've kind of renamed it now, which makes sense. That always makes sense, you know, to rename it so there's not as much confusion. You know, that's just, you know, common sense. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to go there again. It's good. It's kind of like people who are drunk, alcoholics, but know how to behave when they're drunk. You know, people who've got money and know how to behave. So it's quite good. It's quite a classy place, but still a little bit raucous and stuff. It's good. I like the vibe there. And you kind of look up and there's like these they call them like floating swimming pools. So you can imagine you look up and you can see into this floating swimming pool when you're going through reception, and you can see all these girls and all their underwear and stuff. So it's pretty good. It's quite an experience. Still haven't been to Ibiza. One day. Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good. Henry's here as well. Why have we got so much left yaw? We still haven't fixed it, have we? LVFR with the rudders. Tell you what. Yeah, it's like a rudder bug. Girls from Mallorca, remember? Oh, I remember that, yeah. Yep, I remember. Wait, what's the name of this hotel with the view of a pool? That's what it's called, the Unexpected Ibiza Hotel. That's what it's called. And you can literally see them. There's like these floating swimming pools, and you can literally look up and see all these people in the pool, depending on what you like, obviously. And yeah, it's just like great, you know. It's just like great. But yeah, it's obviously deliberate. It's deliberate, and it's just good stuff, you know. We've kind of got like these seats as well, and on the back of the seat it's got like a huge arse. No, it's really good. Oh dear. I was like, ooh, this place is my sort of place. Yeah, it's good stuff. I recommend anyone going, unless they're like heavily religious or don't agree with any of that sort of stuff, which you should probably get a life. Right, okay, let's speak to Tower. Yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah, he knows, doesn't he? Yeah, it's the Ushuaia Hotel anyway, but they've renamed it. It's still the Ushuaia, but one of them's kind of changed the name anyway, so. Yeah, it's still good though, still good. Right, let me just check everything's on. Just turn off the APU. Seatbelt signs are on. Yeah, I'm just a little bit out of a loop at the moment because I haven't played this game for a while. Well, simulator. I think we're all good to go. I'll get on the webcam as well when we're in the flight and stuff. All right, let's go. Actually, before I do that, will it eject? I don't think we're on easy mode. Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't like it. I think we're okay. Yeah, sometimes when you select between modes and stuff, it ejects the takeoff, which is really weird. Alright, here we go. We're off. Yeah, I was trying to look as well for a Jet2.com 321 livery, like one of the red and silver ones, but we still don't have it in the game yet. Still don't have it, which is very surprising. I don't know if I've just given up. I'm really not sure. Hang on, what's going on with the engines? Hang on, hang on. Engines have cut back. Right, okay, we've had to eject. What? Oh god, what has happened there? I think we need to start on the runway again. Is it because I'm on easy mode? I think it's because I'm on easy mode. Right, okay, I'm going to start this flight again. I'm going to have to restart it, guys, sorry. What's happened there? Is it because I didn't select the... Oh, it's because I didn't select the IFRs. Oh, fuck. Shit. Yeah, we have to reject. RTO. Right, hang on. Let me select it back on the runway, because me doing all this over again is just no use. Yeah, good, thanks, mate. Shame your holiday is over tomorrow. Who's this? Henry. Henry's on holiday. Just sat. Holiday is over tomorrow. Where are you? I didn't even know he's on holiday. Suppose he's not in the Discord, so I wouldn't even know. Right, let's try that again. Yeah, so I'm on easy mode, and I didn't even have the IFRs aligned. Oh. The oldest trick in the book, that. Oh shit, I've just selected Manchester. Hang on, I think I can reverse them. There we go. Alright, so 2-3 right. Right, we'll start on the runway. We'll start on the runway and we'll make up for it. So, departure. High altitude. Right, okay, go. Go for it, go for it. Turkey recorded its highest ever temperature with 50 degrees, recorded in Silopi. Don't even know where that is. Turkey's cooking. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't even go there. You see, that's the thing with Turkey. It's for people who are cheap. People who want cheap things and can't afford a decent holiday. So that's why people go to Turkey, I think. Yeah, there's no way I was going to abort that. No way. Right, IFRs. Is it IFRs? ADARs, that's it. Right, I think they're on. Let's get everything on again now. It's alright, we're on the runway, so it's not too much progress lost. Alright, seatbelt signs. Repeats on, please. Thank you. Alright, all that's on. Right, select all that. Where did he go? Where did he go? Oh, he went Belfast. Oh, okay. There's me thinking he went to somewhere like Tenerife or I don't know, Greece or somewhere like that. I still need to go to Greece. Still need to go there, you know. Hang on, this isn't working. This is auto throttle on. Right, we'll select that. The engines are just like pulling up randomly. Right, okay. Right, let me just go into settings and select piloting, medium. There we go. Right, are these aligned? I think they are. Yeah, that looks like it's how it should be. Right, and I'll get air traffic control. Clear for takeoff. Beacon lights. Okay, right, I think we're all good. We can go now. Flaps. Yeah, flaps are good. shit. I think I need to go to flight school. It's going everywhere. Oh, it's because I've selected medium and it's got crosswind. It's got simulated crosswind on. Boost Up Gaming's there as well. Hello. Why is she ignoring me? What are you on about? Bloody hell, Ian. Dylan. See, Ian and Dylan are like two peas in a pod. Exactly the same type of people, I think. That's how it goes down in my mind, anyway. Right, there we go. That's a takeoff. That's a takeoff. Yeah, I didn't have the ADARs lined up, and I was on easy mode, which just randomly rejects it if you haven't set it up right, which kind of goes against the point of easy mode. You know, isn't that something that should happen in more of a difficult mode? I know it doesn't make sense. It's flight sim though, doesn't make sense. Made by delinquents. Right, there you go. Right, runway turn lights can go off. They can go off as well. Right, and autopilot has been programmed in anyway, so I think we should be all good. I'll just get my map out so I can see where I'm going. Okay. I should be making a turn in a minute. Nav logo lights, they can go off. These can go off as well. Right, they can stay on. I think we should be making a turn by now, shouldn't we? Should be on nav. It's not flying it to the autopilot, is it? Am I going to have to manually fly it? Yeah, it's just going straight out, isn't it? Straight towards the east. Yeah, look, it hasn't loaded in. What have they done? Is it me? I think it's me. I must have lost flight sim so much in terms of knowledge because I haven't done it for ages. Yeah, I'm going to have to manually fly this back, I think. Yeah, I'm going to hand fly it. It's not following autopilot for some reason. I thought I'd selected the ADAS. No, okay. No, see, I haven't flown it. I haven't played this game for about a month, probably 3 weeks at least. So that's it. When you don't use it, you lose it. Unless they've updated it and they've changed how it works, which you do a lot. Anyone want to add me on Discord? Not really, no. Alright, okay. It's alright, makes it more fun anyway, flying it back. I don't want to be on MI5 watch list. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Right, okay, yeah, I want to go back to Ibiza. I don't know who I'd fly with though. It'd be more interesting to do like something from Madeira or something, maybe to Ibiza. I don't know, or maybe Condor, flying Condor from Dusseldorf to Ibiza, because I know they do a route there, which would be good. That'd be quite cool. Right, if we turn on autopilot now, I wonder what happens. No, it just wants to go east, doesn't it? Unless I select the heading, I can trick it. No. Oh, no, maybe it does. Okay, I think I've got it working. Hang on, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I just don't want to be, because I have to get it into, hang on, is it? Yeah, so it's not in climb. It needs to go out of climb. Edelweiss, yeah, could do Edelweiss. A350 from Zurich. Yeah, I did actually see an Edelweiss A350 in Tenerife in April when I went on my holiday. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I kind of did a double take, you know. I was like, whoa, what's that? Honestly, I was like, whoa. Right, let's see if it makes the turn. See if autopilot's playing ball. Nah, I don't think it is. Nah, we're gonna have to manually select the roll. A little bit unfortunate, but oh well. You have to line it up with a purple arrow. That's all you have to do. Easy, easy, easy. Yeah, sorry about that takeoff. I forgot. I knew it was something to do with easy mode, because whenever you have it on easy mode, it rejects takeoff. For some reason, it just does an automated RTO on the aircraft, which is shit. I don't know why it does it. Yeah, it is a bit daft. Right, will this manually get out of a bank? It will. Automatically, sorry. All being well with my application, hopefully I can start flying more and doing stuff with you lot again. Yeah, it'd be good. Without any application, like not having enough money or not being able to stay. Blah blah blah. Right, okay. Right, we're still in climb. I'm just going to select it into there. Speed it up a little bit. So we're going to have to manually tune this. So it is kind of on autopilot, but for some reason it isn't selecting the headings into there. Because my fault, probably my fault, because I haven't played the game for ages, and I've probably set it up with some things missing, some slight things I need to press and stuff, and I've just probably gone, oh, I've forgotten about that. Just go completely blasé about it. I think we're all good. Seatbelt signs can come off. There we go. I think we're all good. Hopefully. Seems stable enough. Should try the new game, Sam. Became a lot more competent. Oh, did it? It's one of my favourite words, that. Competent. Yeah, I mean, I think when it came out, it was very, very buggy. I had a lot of issues, which I don't really want to be getting my hands on. Especially my hands. Because obviously I click all the wrong things. If you've got a buggy game with someone who doesn't even know what they're doing, it's like insult to injury, isn't it? It doesn't go down too well. So yeah, best not. Just leave it time to kind of mature and stuff, which was kind of the outcome I'd hoped for. So if the game's good enough now, that's fine, I'll play it, but I didn't want to, you know, pre-install it or anything, because I knew just from, I'm not trying to have a go, but just from the observation of this game and how it is, them making a flight sim in what, announcing it in 2023 pretty much, and then say no, it's going to come out in a year. No way in the months and Sundays is that going to be by any means of a stretch of the imagination stable at all. Never. So I kind of knew how it was going to be rolled out, but I didn't actually expect it to be that bad. I was going to be like, oh, it's going to crash a few times, but no, for some people it just didn't even play. Poor Benji on the server, he couldn't even get into the damn thing. So yeah, that's understandable. I've done flights on it with detailed airports, and it does the job. Okay, yeah, it should have done the job right out of the box. So that's the thing, because normally when you buy a game, it should just do and say what it does on the tin. You know what I mean? That's kind of my philosophy anyway. So you know, performance does what it says it will do on the tin and on the box. So you put it in the Xbox and it just plays smoothly. With obviously peace of mind prior to you playing it. Many developers have kind of gotten rid of those bugs and smoothened kind of the system out and stuff just for your pleasure of playing it and stuff like that. You know, that's a game. That's a game that's... I wouldn't even want to say like well designed. You know, that should just be how it... That's just like the standard of how it should be. If you're ever going to release a game, you should always test it. And I don't even think half of it, three-quarters of the developers out there even test their own games anymore. I just think they go, oh no, we'll probably test it with AI, and AI will whatever, see if there's any bugs in it, because obviously AI inherits the mistakes of humans, so you're never going to get something that's 100%, because obviously it inherits the mistakes of humans and its flaws, so it's going to miss things, if not more so, because of how immature AI still is. So yeah, but apparently they've done that though. They've actually made a load of people redundant at Microsoft for obviously these AI testers. I mean, how is a computer ever gonna, because computers are notorious for bugs, so how are they ever gonna detect a bug? You know, it's impossible. Never gonna do it. I mean, I'm not anti-AI, you know, there's plenty of use for it. It's just how it's used. It should be used to help and assist people to make them faster at what they do. It shouldn't just outright replace them. I mean, that is just too far. That's just companies going, oh, we can save a bit of money. We know we haven't, you know, tested it properly and know the capabilities of our AI, but because it suits us and it's a nice excuse to show you the door, we're going to do that anyway. So goodbye. That's just how it is. Sick. The whole issues are because it's run on cloud servers. If it wasn't, and it would be a better game than 2020, if not now, months ago. Yeah, true. Oh damn, I feel bad about that takeoff. That shouldn't have happened. I knew it was going to happen though. You just need to select it into medium difficulty, because for some reason they've changed it now so you can't push back on easy mode. For some reason you just can't do it. Sorry, on medium mode. Yeah, you can't push back on medium mode now, which is really weird. I think it's something to do with simulated turbulence as well, because it's kind of like I like the simulated turbulence. It just makes it a little bit more realistic, so there's kind of a little bit of a compromise in there as well, so I have to switch it every single time. But really, does anyone care about simulated turbulence? Maybe. A little bit more realistic. Well, that means I have to switch the thing every time, which is bloody annoying. Right, okay, stick that on the stream. Go. Ooh. Yeah, I've been working on my 777 report tonight a little bit. Yeah, the Turkish 777. Working on it for about, well, since I've gotten home. About 2 hours or so. 1 hour. 1 hour and a half. Can't remember. Yeah, it's going well. Right, is this following the thingy? This needs to be slightly more aligned. Right, our speed is could be improved, but we're still ascending, aren't we? Yeah, we could improve it a little bit. Oh no, because I keep can't even speak. I keep clicking X, and for some reason X cancels it now. For some reason, I don't know why. Is it A? Gotta click A? No? Has that done it? I think so. I'm not even sure. Because X is to cancel it. Or to its previous setting, which is really weird. So you used to just click it and X to get off it, but it cancels it now. Why do we have to fiddle around? It was perfect how it was. Because I can't see where it expedites now, so... I should have just clicked B, I don't know. Right, B, there you are. Has that selected it? The arrow's gone, the purple arrow's gone, so I'm assuming it's expedited it above that. For the next few weeks I'm going to start editing my footage into videos again. I've got loads of time to do. Just haven't had time. I have loads of them to do, sorry. I just haven't had time since January when the first one, well, the 757. Yeah, I can't believe how many people are on that bloody Jet2 757. You know the final one? Was it Geneva? Oh god. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't get on that. I kind of got on like a very quiet flight. Me and a couple of people to Alicante. That was good enough. It was good enough. You know, just kind of a quiet flight and stuff. I mean, I was thinking of getting on that last flight, but I just thought, and plus around that time I could have literally been pulled into the school for a meeting as well, like literally dragged in, because obviously at that time I was working in the school at the start of the year, and because of the stupid weather I was waiting for an interview, and it was like, oh, school's closed today. I just kept checking on the Facebook page, oh, school's closed today because of the weather. Because ice spikes have formed on the sheltered pathway in the, whatever you call it, the quad, whatever they call it, you know, like the shelters they build. Yeah, ice spikes had formed, and if they fell they could have decapitated one of the students. I was like, oh god, if this was the 80s they wouldn't even bloody care. Would have just been like, oh, bit of life experience. You know, character building. Oh god, but yeah, it's just like, oh, school's closed today because ice spikes have formed. Honestly, I'm not kidding. Oh my god, ice spikes have formed on the just like, fucking, I was like, I've just looked out the window and gone to the first thing that looks sharp and gone, ooh, yeah, ooh, the bins haven't been emptied today. Oh no, can't have that, let's close the school. Brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, this is going to cause problems, this. Right, decreasing speed. Hopefully. It's going down. Slowly but surely. Should be around there. 304. But yeah, I was just kind of waiting, so I couldn't even get on it. I mean, I was looking at it. What was it, like the 5th of January or something it went out? But I was literally waiting. Waiting and waiting and waiting. So I'm going to have to go to bed as I'm exhausted though and falling asleep. I'll leave on the stream, but I'll just watch right now until I fall asleep. Okay, Martin. That's fine. I'm glad I didn't do that, the last one. Specifically the departure hour, man. We had a 4-hour snow delay. Sorry, I'm glad I did the last one. Can I not read? Which meant takeoff in daylight. We had full power takeoff with ice clearance thrust on the threshold. Oh, nice one. Oh yeah, because it was delayed, obviously. I think that's why I didn't do it though, because I knew it was going to be a nighttime, well, a dark departure in the morning because of that time of year, obviously. But no, it's just like, I think that's why I didn't go for it, but also I was waiting for an interview from the school, and I think I said to people I couldn't have done it because I was just waiting on stuff, waiting and waiting. Closing the schools because the bins haven't been emptied. Yeah, good night, Martin. See you later. Yeah, he is working at the moment, so obviously he can't stay or go for lunch at the airport pub. yeah, I mean, it looked good, but I mean, getting the snowy departure, I don't think I've ever done that. Taken off in the snow. No, I haven't. I've taken off when it's been frosty, but I don't think ever when it's snowed. No. I suppose you don't really want to either, because obviously the chances of it snowing heavily again, and then freezing in the night time, freezing over again, obviously that causes a lot of people going, oh god, I'm going to slip. And obviously the airports of health and safety now, they're going to go, oh no, people are going to slip and hurt themselves and stuff. Just get up. If you slip, get back on your fucking feet, mate. Honestly. What is it with the world? I saw something the other day where they closed the whole toilet down because there was a little bit of water, right, near the sink area. Honestly, isn't that expected in the toilet? See, it's probably me. You know what I was like in Turkey? I got told off for making a mess near the sink. But honestly, they closed the whole toilet down because they said, oh, we're sorry this toilet's closed because somebody's made a bit of, they've left a bit of water that, near the sink. And I'm just like, well, just look where you're going. If you fall over, probably serves you right. You know, if I fell over, I'd just get back up. But honestly, I was just like, really? Yeah, an odd one, that. We're closing the school because it snowed. Or it's been snowing. It's just hilarious, honestly. It's just like, oh, for God's sake. I had to walk all the way to my nan's in the snow at the start of the year. All the way to my nan's. Seriously, to do painting for her inside the house. Seriously. And that's about a 5-mile walk just to do some painting. And maybe to help her do the dishes and stuff like that. I mean, obviously it's for people who don't prepare. You know, people who don't have the high-end, you know, boots and stuff like that, and winter wear and stuff like that. So obviously you're not gonna stand a chance if you're gonna go out in trainers when it's been snowing and there's been like 2 inches of snow, or maybe even 3 inches, which I think it was at the start of the year, possibly 4. I don't know. You're never gonna last a chance because what will happen? The snow will hit inside your shoe, your trainers, and obviously the water will get in. So you end up with obviously wet feet, which is never good. But what you want to do, obviously, you want to buy some decent pair of boots, you know, that at least come up way above your ankle so no snow can get in. Which is what I did, and I ended up walking everywhere actually in that snow because I quite enjoyed it, because obviously we don't get snow much in this country. So I actually went out, I think I had like a 10-mile walk in the snow, and they're all saying, oh, people are advised not to go out in the snow. And I'm just reading it on the news app going, alright, when I'm walking in the snow, you know, listen to a bit of music, building a few snowmen, you know, just as I go along, you know. My shorts on, my budgie smugglers. Oh god. Sunglasses, sun cream, chill. No problem at all. He's here to save the day. With his high-end boots. Fuck off. When it snowed last time here in Macclesfield, we had 7 inches. Wow, 7 inches. Yeah, I suppose it is a little bit worse in the north. Look at this. Is this that Ryanair that took off in front of us? Might have been. Not too sure. I'm just going to check my speed. Ground speed, 470. It could be increased. Oh well, if I increase it, it'll start blaring at me. Screaming and yelling. We'll just increase our altitude. Outside there is other fireworks or gunshots. It's fireworks. Oh, hopefully it's fireworks. I was going to say. It's not my nan with her gun again, is it? Going crazy. Okay, we're making some good time here. Okay, 51 minutes into the stream and we're kind of over. Is it Mazil? Mazil area? No? Nah, it's not Mazil. Let me look where it is. I think I've got the wrong bloody country. France, south of France? Nah, Mazil's kind of the other side. So it's kind of more down that way. Actually, no, hang on. No, I think this is southern Spain. Yeah, I think that's Barcelona down there. Is that not Barcelona? Right, let me zoom out of the map and see. So I should probably know where I am. Now, Barcelona's around there. That's Mallorca. Oh no, Barcelona's up here. So Barcelona's to our right. So Barcelona is over that way. Where we actually are is probably over Tarragona? Is it Tarragona area? Probably Tarragona. I'm just looking at Google Maps. It is Tarragona. That's where we are. There we go, a bit of geography. Bit of geography a day keeps the doctor away. Can we see real houses in this game? Kind of, sometimes. If they're not, like, true detail, they're alright. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, sorry about that takeoff. That's my fault. My fault for not switching it. That's the thing, it's kind of like, it's a really funny one, because when you're on easy mode, you're allowed to push back. But when you're on medium mode, you can't push back. But when you're on medium mode, you don't get the rejected takeoff stuff. So I didn't even know how I can reverse that. I don't know if it's something to do with the aircraft systems, a mixture of that and the piloting mode. I really don't know. Really do not know. Oh, God. I don't know, do people want face cam? I think it can be left out in the stream. It's not good lighting anyway. Face cam is probably better for daytime streams and stuff. I mean, my light can do it, but I just can't be bothered. Can't be bothered setting it up. Where did Ian go? Ian's beggared off. Oh, here we go again. Well, I've gone like 1 mile above the speed thing. What the fuck? I'll have to turn it down then. No, it's not liking it. We are going quicker as well. We're going 2 knots quicker, not miles per hour. Forgot about that. Right, there we go. Huh, great white shark spotted off the coast of Turkey. Bloody hell. Stupid stuff on my Discord. And he's not been here for ages. Yeah, I don't even know where he is. He was at the start of the stream. He was going on about Ibiza. He's probably looking at those prices of the unexpected Ibiza hotel now, going, "Ooh, right, no, you can see the girls' bums from the reception area, from the pool. All right, have to ride me buzz a little bit more with extra money." Oh dear. Probably. That's probably what he's doing. He probably is doing that. Sometimes you think, nah, he won't be doing that, but sometimes you just think, I bet he is though. That's probably exactly what he's doing. Right, okay, we're following the thing. I just need to make sure to update my heading. Yeah, make sure to remind me, guys, because I'm going to forget. Oh yeah, Ted won't be on the streams for a little while because he's in Scotland and he's got crap connection. I didn't understand what you were saying. Turn up your volume then. You know. Well, about the houses, the detailed houses. Yeah, so basically in the game, you can see houses, but they're not that detailed. So you can probably see your address and where you live, but it's not going to be exactly, you know, the same detail as your house. He's in Scotland. Is Trump a TTE? Yeah, Ted Trump his name is now. Donald Ted. Yeah, Donald and Ted. Yeah, so he's gone to. He's probably gone to Scotland to see that bloody Air Force One, hasn't he? 100%. Yeah, he's stopped at like 50 service stations. He's been all over the show. Check my audio as well. So probably without a doubt he's probably been there to see that, I reckon. I think he did end up going somewhere, I don't know if it was Edinburgh, and he said he saw a Jet2 757, but I can't imagine so. What is a United 767? Can I see my house in this game? You can. You can do, my friend, you can do. Right guys, I'm gonna go and get myself my second drink of the night. An Aspel. Yeah, I know, I'm cutting down on the alcohol. I've only had one today. Where did I have it? Cheshire Oaks, that was it. Oh, go away! Why is it such a bloody bully? 466, how am I overspeeding? I'm sorry. Supposed to be all kind of going breakneck speed. Is this game for free? It is on Game Pass. If you get Xbox Game Pass, which is like £11 or £12 a month now, you can basically get it kind of for free. But relatively speaking, no. If you want to buy the game, just the game, it's about 70 quid now or something. 70, 60. It may have gone down because of a new game, I'm not sure. Or in Microsoft, probably not. Right, okay. Just checking it all. Yeah, I'm very paranoid about it, aren't I? See, I should have played a bit of Flight Sim just before the stream so I could get my my knowledge up, but I didn't even have time. See, I think that's it. More you play of it, more things just kind of become bang bang, do set up, you know, da 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 da. You know, it's just like a dance, isn't it? It's kind of like a routine. What add-on is this? It's I don't even know. It's just the it's LVFR, isn't it? LVFR A321. So Latin VFR. That's all it is. It's all right. The quality's questionable. It's you can see the livery's a bit stretched. Yeah, it's a little bit. It's kind of more longer than it should be. Like bad photoshopping skills, and the back end isn't very well detailed. I don't think the APU exhaust on the 321 is that dark. It's more of a silvery colour. Do you have Discord? I do, but from my observations in the chat right now, I do not think you should be on it. And yeah, we have a few rudder bugs as well. I paid £100 for mine. Yeah, I'm assuming that's the Dulux version. Yeah, so the Dulux version I did pay for, because they've kind of got a weird system where they advertise 787 liveries and other versions of a 787, and they allow you to buy it, but if you haven't got the Dulux version of the game, which is something like 70 quid, so I think the original game is 50, and if you don't buy the Dulux version, they'll want you to pay 70 all over again, no matter if you've got the original or not. It's not like something they go, oh yeah, you've bought the 50, you know, the normal version of the game, oh yeah, that's just £30 more please, you know, or whatever, £20, £30 more, you know, they'll literally charge you for the whole game all over again. That's Microsoft. This thing's overspeeding like a beggar. But also, just to make it worse as well, they also advertise 787 add-ons, so they try and trick you into saying, oh yeah, you can get a 787 in the game for 15 quid. So people go, well, what's the point of getting the Dulux version? Because the Dulux version has the 787, the one and only 787 in the game. So if they get you to buy a cheaper 787, but the small print is you must have the Dulux version in order to benefit from this external 787 packet, even though it's been made by a completely different developer. So you go, oh, I've just spent 15 quid and I can't even use it, so I have to buy. Exactly, it's a complete scam. The game is, Microsoft as a game developing company are fucking atrocious, I think. They really are. Scum of the earth. Very definition of it. And they are that. But literally, I fell into that trap, and yeah, you can't even get a refund because they didn't even pick up the phone. It's kind of like, oh, who am I speaking to? Microsoft. Yeah, fuck you, robot. You know what I mean? Who the fuck is this? Put down the phone. Okay. Very expensive game it is. What is it? Oh, Dylan. Jesus. Oh my god. I suppose he just wants to play the game. I don't know. Maybe. But he likes the look of it. I don't know. Something like that. I mean, I like the look of it. I don't want to play it all the time. So, kind of begs the question, do you really want it? Plane spotting news. I suppose it's subjective as well. It's kind of like what people really want. I know some people will literally buy an Xbox just to play this game, and they will literally have no other game on the console at all. And that's what I was like years ago. I bought an Xbox, had Terraria on it, had Minecraft on it, and that was it. Until obviously I went to secondary school and I ended up getting all the grotesque games and you know, like GTA and Call of Duty and you know, Modern Warfare and Battlefield and all this and Red Dead Redemption and Far Cry and you know, Biohazard and stuff. BioLizard, that's it, not Biohazard. But yeah, I mean, oh, what's he done? Oh, has he gone a step too far? Oh well, I tried to help him, that's all I can say. But yeah, I think we're doing well. Where is our aircraft? My school friend played GTA 5 at the age of 6 years old. That wasn't a very long time out, was it? Yeah, no, I don't think we need to do timeouts. I don't think we need to do that. That's just unnecessary. Oh, never mind. He's done it for about 600 seconds. Right, where are we? I don't think we're that far up north. So we're kind of over the Alps. Right, GPS tracking, turn that on and I'll be able to see. That's where we are. Just putting random information in the chat. Well. Yeah. I don't think it was worthy of a timeout. I think it was just something that had to calm down a little bit, naturally. Oh dear. So yeah guys, if you're enjoying the stream, make sure to like it. Let's get that map off so you can read the like thing a bit better. There we go. Alright. Yeah, thanks Henry, cheers. We can do here, turn off the plane. Start at Ibiza again. God. Sorry guys, I think I just clicked the wrong button there. Oh god. Or just blame the game. I just go, oh no, it's just the game, it's just full of bugs. That's why I ended up going back to Ibiza. But you can clearly see in the footage I clicked the button that says restart. Yeah, that's a very much a Sam mistake, that. Done it many times before. And does he learn? No. Never. Never. Never, ever, ever. Just checking everything's good. I don't think we are. Speed's alright. We'll probably start blinging again. Have we got a bit of a headwind? Yeah, we have. We've got a headwind. That's why it's taking a little longer. It shouldn't take that long, though. I mean, what is it? Stream started about an hour ago. And we are, I think, relatively speaking, we're doing alright. Caught up a little bit. I mean, we probably lost about 10 minutes of a flight. Probably. Because it's all about speed and efficiency with these sims, isn't it? I mean, if I make a mistake, okay, it's on camera. But there's no problem with doing it again. You know, it's not like, oh no, I've made a mistake and I have to restart the plane all over again. Which I was actually going to do, but I just thought, no, I can just start on the runway again. Easy as. Yeah, no problem, Henry. It was an alright premiere. There's plenty of people in it. You know, it wasn't lacking in support by any means. It was just one of them, but I had to get out. And people have seen Condor on this channel before. I mean, YouTube is saying it's doing quite well at the moment, apparently. They're estimating about 2K in the next 1 week, apparently, on that premiere. So whether that's true or not, I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, I've kind of 3/4 way through the Turkish 777, which obviously I went on about a month ago. Because obviously, you all know I was down in London, which wasn't my break, by the way. Obviously, I was at Heathrow and doing that trip, which I wasn't planning on doing that, but it was always at the back of my head until like the 4th day into London. I was like, right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the Turkish triple. Because what I had to have done if I wasn't in London to do that anyway was I would have had to have flown down from Manchester. Flown down from Manchester. Yeah, obviously flown down from... I said flown up from Manchester. I didn't even know my directions. Flown down from Manchester. And then, obviously, the Manchester services can be delayed and cancelled quite a bit. And I don't think I would have made it because it's something like a 10 o'clock... 11:20 departure. And obviously, boarding starts around 10:15. And normally the shuttle flight from Manchester gets in around 9 or 8, so trying to get from T5 at Heathrow without any delays obviously at Manchester on the ground or landing at Heathrow, which can sometimes happen, especially in the morning at Heathrow. You can be sent into a holding pattern. It's just chaotic. So very, very likely that, you know, you can be delayed because of the Heathrow traffic, which just the whole logistics of that, trying to do that, is just not worth it. You know, it's just best to be in London so you can get up early, get on whatever line down to Heathrow, Elizabeth line, or the Heathrow Express, which is a little bit more expensive, but it gets you there about 10 minutes quicker. Just get there whilst you're in London, because trying to get from Manchester to do it is just a dog's dinner, because obviously you've got to wait for the landing. You could put you into a hold, which is highly likely at that time of the morning at Heathrow, because it's a daily service. So if you go on the weekend, it's going to be bedlam, because there'll be even more flights in. But if you are going to do it from Manchester, you're going to have to be pretty quick, because you've got to switch terminal as well. You know, from T5 landing from Manchester to Heathrow, and then you've got to switch to the Queen's Terminal, T2. So that means you need to get on the underground to T2, Cockfoster's route, and then obviously get off at T2 and then do the whole T2 stuff. So it's like, logistically, it's not possible to go from Manchester to Heathrow and then to get on that 777 to Istanbul all in one day. It's just not practical. So it's just easier to do it if you're down in London anyway, which is what I did. So yeah, a lot more sense. Yep. Alright, see what's cooking. Okay, I'll deal with that guy later on. Okay. Yeah, the Premiere was okay. It was okay. Kind of got the 360 camera involved as well, which I always do. It's a good camera, to be honest. I mean, a lot of people... It's very mixed. Sometimes people say they love it, and then some people say they don't. But realistically, people kind of vote with their attention span, really, with 360 stuff. If people are watching it anyway, you know, kind of obviously opinions subjective. It's, yeah, it doesn't matter if people are voting with their attention span. That's fine. That means to me that people like the 360 stuff. It's kind of it's one of them on YouTube now where if you because I've the amount of times this has happened. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday, I know, right? But yeah, with YouTube now, a lot of people go, "Oh, I'd love to hear you guys' feedback," and people obviously the creator gets the feedback, and they obviously develop a video containing that feedback, and people go, "Oh, I don't really like it," and then the creator gets annoyed and goes, "Oh, well, that's what you said you wanted," because that's what the feedback thing was all about. And I've had so many arguments in this sort of thing before, and really what people do is it's because it's different. People never like anything that's different until obviously they've settled with it, they've gotten used to it. It's like starting at a new school. Nobody likes it because it's different. Eventually, people look back 20 years down the line and go, "Oh, my school days were the best thing, of my life." Exactly, it doesn't make sense. But that's the thing. You don't need people's gratification now on YouTube to say, "Oh, I like it," And this is what I used to do a year ago. I used to try and, who I can, please and stuff like that. You don't need that on YouTube. What will really tell you if people are enjoying it is their attention span and the watch time. So people vote without attention span and watch time, and so far as I can see, people are watching all the way through it. So that means people are subconsciously liking the 360 stuff, but obviously when their mouth opens and they're told to give an opinion on it, they go, "Oh, it's different and I don't like it," but they still watch it. So, people say they always hate McDonald's, but they always end up going back, so piss off. Seriously. I don't use TikTok, so I had no idea the advertisement was a meme. So I saw a video of a voiceover woman from it doing an ad read for a rave, and everyone knew the words. Deary me. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I've never been on TikTok, so I don't even know. Okay. Ross McAdam. Hello. Oh, HDR is bright, isn't it? It's corrected properly, but obviously it's bright until I turn on power saving mode. Yeah, if you've got an iPhone, you can actually disable the HDR feature. If you don't like that brightness that comes from HDR video, just turn on power saving mode, and it will turn. Because I have it on my phone where if the battery dips below, I think it's below 45%, was it 50%, it will turn on power saving mode automatically, and it gets charges above 50, it turns it off, so I don't have to constantly be turning it on, off. Yeah, my phone though is literally like an automated robot though, because obviously the Apple shortcuts, I could have just thought of it as one of those things that's kind of like, oh yeah, it's alright. Let's give us a minute, guys. Be back in a minute. Sorry, guys. Sister wanted a mouse. So I'm not a cat. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, with the Apple shortcuts, what you can do, you can basically have everything automated, and it's good. I mean, at first when they first released it, I was like, "Oh, what is this? Another bloody rubbish thing." But no, it's actually quite good. I use it all the time. I can't find it now though, because I don't even know where I've hid it. Where have I put it? Shortcuts. Where did I put it on my phone? Utilities. It's not in utilities. Here it is. Health and home. Should probably be an AI section. Yeah, I've got a folder on my phone just for AI stuff, and it contains FYI, which is like Will.i.am's version of AI. Well, it claims to anyway. You know, whatever. ChatGPT, Gemini, Bing AI, Shazam, which isn't really AI, but kind of is. And now I've got shortcuts, Apple shortcuts on it, because it kind of does automated stuff. So that's how my phone works. Everything's in categories. So that's how it works. That's how it works, ladies and gents. It's just a little bit more organised, because obviously you see people's phones and they've just got application after application after application just barred on each kind of slide window of a phone. It's just like, can't you put it in folders? So it's a little bit more organised, because that's how I have it on my phone. You'll always know if you've stolen my phone though, because all the social stuff is in one cube, all the travel stuff is in another cube. So obviously the Jet2 app, 2E weather, Flighty, Flight Radar, Skyscanner, you know, Google Maps and all that, Reat, Northern Line stuff, Icelandair, Ryanair, Condor's app, Binter, EasyJet, Railcard, KLM, it's all in travel. Finance, all in the finance cube. Utilities, all in the kind of like Apple Watch and Compass and stuff like that. That's just a good way of doing it. You know how you can like create, what do you call them? They're not called cubes. They're not widgets either. They're just like little things you can create, like little folders where you can have multiple applications in them. I've got one for car stuff, car theory stuff. Read the road. Oh fucking hell. Yeah, it's very organised, but that's how I like it. And I've got all like the widget stuff at the top, so all my battery stuff. I can see my AirPods are charging. AirPods case isn't charging. iPhone's on 50%. Steps I've done today, 8,362. Weather. Sam's bedroom lamp. It's one of my whiz lights. Turn it on and off. And I've got all my desk light stuff, which you can turn on and off. So yeah, it's pretty organised, but I've always had my phone like that. Probably since, well, my sister showed me how to do it in 2018. And it was like, ever since then, it was like no looking back. It was like, oh, that's the way it should be. You know, everything kind of cubed off and sectioned off into folders, like hyper organised. That's how I like it. Shame you can't do it on the computer though. Well, I suppose you can put things into folders, but kind of good if you could put multiple folders into like a widget. That'd be good on Apple if you could do that. Yeah, just a little bit more animated and slick and stuff. That'd be cool. Yeah, no problem with that at all. I'd like that, because on my computer I've got the time, I've got my charging stuff, and I've got the weather in the local area in case I ever choose to go out to the house. Out to the house. Out of the house. It's got 2 houses. Yeah, my bedroom's just down the street. I have to go out the house into my bedroom, which is a little shed. Oh god. Deary me. 18 likes. I'm going to try and get to 30. I'm just going to try and push it a little bit, because I haven't done flight sim for a while. I'll probably cut out that bit of my foul takeoff before. Oh, I feel so bad about it as well. The wrench. The stench of a bloody aborted takeoff, eh? Oh dear. What an abomination. What a state to get in. That's actually what I thought as well. As soon as I saw the engine throttle going from like 90 to 50 to 40, I just thought, oh, what a state to be in. Shit, slam on the brakes, but it didn't do justice. Oh god. Strobe lights, beacon lights, I think we're all good. We'll have nav lights on. We're good. Off. See what signs off. We'll go and look at the cabin as well. In fact, no, I'll get a drink. I'll go for a bit of a leak as well. To the bathroom. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. So, yeah. Enjoy. Enjoy the views of southern France. I'll be back in a mo. Alright guys, I'm back. My bottle of Aspel. There we go. Drought cider. Not dry cider. Right, okay, let's get back on. There we go. Yeah, so if you don't actually do the 321, sorry, the Jet2 A321.com thing in the game yet. I don't know why. I thought they would have, but no, they don't. I did look, I updated it as well. I was like so expecting to see it because there's like 2 now, and I was like, nope, they don't do it. So yeah, bit of an odd one, bit of a shame. Oh well. Alright, okay. Just sorting something out of the Discord. That's why they can join. Everyone. Use our role. Verified. There we go. Send messages. I'm just updating our channel on Discord. Give us a minute, guys. Embed links, app actions, use emojis, blah 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 blah. Manage messages, nope. Nope. Yep. Text to speech. Yep. Nope. Polls. No, yes, no. Ugh. Add reactions, yes. Attach files. Click private thread. So the messages in thread. There we go. Right, should be updated now. Muted. Alright, okay, yeah, if you run a Discord server, you know it has to be 24/7 maintenance in a way, which is yeah, that's why I have moderators. Because obviously I can't work on it all the time. I do a lot of the work though. I mean, the other day I was trying to update a few things. I've got Adam, kind of one of the only owners that actually does something, to be honest. So credit to Adam. For if I ever need help and assistance with something, he's right there, you know. So huge credit to him. I think I've got about 3 owners, but it's kind of I don't know. I think I just made them owners just to make it sound like I've got more owners. Musical box. Share your musical interests. Others definitely won't be judged or heavily opinionated. Definitely will be. Oh, I can't type. There we go. Show your musical interest with all. Definitely won't be judged or heavily opinionated here. That's been updated. I called it the musical box because I'm thinking of a bloody song of a musical box by Genesis. Could call it the musical box, I suppose that still does work. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Genesis at the moment. Yeah, on the way to Riyadh, which I haven't even talked about. I realised I haven't really had a proper conversation and, you know, live chat with people for about 3 weeks on a stream. Since that Doom stream, actually. So yeah, started in the secondary school. That's gone well. Still unknown if I can stay in September. Because there's a lot of, what do you call it, pregnancies, yeah. Maternity leave, sorry. In September, so it's they're kind of saying hopeful, very hopeful you can stay in September because I kind of left my mark there. You know, I worked very hard and went in on my birthday and there's like all these new screens and stuff, all these new Dell screens, and you press the top of it and a little webcam comes out the top of it. So how neat is that? And yes, I've just been sorting out that. Well, that was last Tuesday. And did all that on my birthday. And so I kind of had to make it was almost like a pathway because there was so many monitors which school got for free as well. Literally like about 250 Dell high-tech Dell monitors, all for free. And I was thinking, God, school's budget must be high. These are really good quality monitors. You know, tech guy myself. Yeah, I saw it instantly. I was like, wow, this is really good stuff. And I was like, whoa. So I spoke to the teacher and I said, where do you want me to put all these? And she said, oh, kind of at the back. Anyway, 5 hours later, I had to literally make a path from her desk to the door. Obviously went to the corridor and one to the fire exit. Literally the whole room, and this is a big room by the way, all scattered with monitors. So funny. And then I had to move all the base units, all the actual PCs upstairs. So I had to put like about 8 of them on a trolley, a wheelie trolley, get them to the lift, go to the different floors, because there's like 3 floors. Well, 2 obviously floors and then 1 ground floor. Moving them to all different rooms, so that was a bit of a workout. But did it. It was pretty good. And they're all hidden everywhere, all these little base units, like under desks and stuff. So I'm having to get under the desks, and all my, you know, smart trousers are all bloody dusty and stuff and got all rubbish on them. I did a bit of TAing as well, helped in a few lessons and stuff in PE, and cleared out about 3 stock rooms and stuff in PE, art and music. So kind of the performance faculty of the schools? Performance faculties of the school, sorry. So yeah, went very, very well. England Aviation, Airbus, Boeing. Hello. Yeah, it's pretty good. Enjoyed myself. Bit different to the girls' school, obviously, because in the girls' school I was more hands-on with the TA side of it, whereas this one I'm more technician, which is actually kind of what I wanted to do originally in September when I was going out looking, and they put me in the grammar school, kind of technician work. So I'm very used to that. But obviously when I was in the girls' school, I did more TAing, which I was kind of like, whoa, I didn't really want to be doing that kind of stuff, because I just said to them, I'm not a teacher. I've never ever done, you know, worked with young people before or been in education. Never. But they kind of trained me up, and that's what I'm doing in September. I'm doing a TA course, level 3 or 2, and it obviously has to have a placement because it's 1 day a week with a placement at a school. So the situation I'm in at the moment is I've got bar work any day of the week, any day of the weekend, apart from Saturday obviously, because obviously I've had to speak to them about that. So the bar work will probably have to stop at some point. Probably later on in August I'll probably be full time there, maybe. But at the moment it's kind of training and part time. There's a youth club as well that I was going to be working in, but again, because of my time in September, because of college and 4 days a week at the placement at a school. I'm saying out of school because I do not know if it will be in the school I was in at the start of the year, or the one I'm in, well, was in concurrently in July. So yeah, I've been moved around a bit. Oh yeah, I've been got shafted in the girls' school a little bit. They just said, oh, we don't need you anymore, because the guy who was I was kind of his project, and obviously he went off sick, and he couldn't, well, they couldn't support me because his leadership meant other people would have had to take responsibility of my timetable, training, introduction and stuff like that, health and safety stuff, boundaries, you know, all that. So it was just too much work, overstretched school anyway. It didn't work out, unfortunately, but that was a good place to be. Unfortunately, it just was a little bit unorganised, unfortunately, but the students were okay. The only problem is, though, working in an all-girls school, it's probably not very healthy for the students, I always think, because I think that mixture is always better, I think. Yeah, you just get more opinions thrown around and stuff, and I know some people go, oh, and it's a kind of a same-sex school, the grades are higher because they haven't got the distraction of each other and stuff like that, and there aren't silly relationships going on. But I don't know, I think it's both sides to the argument, really, because I've worked in an all-boys school, an all-girls school now, and to be honest, they're exactly the same. Seriously, they're exactly the same. There's no difference. Obviously there's a difference, but in terms of teaching side of it and helping them out, there's nothing really much to it. So it's kind of like, well, I didn't even know why those sort of schools exist, because a mixed school, it's kind of the same. At the end of the day, they're just students, and I'm there when they put me in classrooms anyway to help out. I'm there, and my responsibility is to help them, you know, and that's it. That's kind of a profession I want to be going down. because I enjoyed it, and I actually got a bit of satisfaction from helping some of them. So I know I seem like a bit of a rough arse on YouTube and stuff, and a little bit living the fast life, or seem to be anyway. But no, it's kind of something I want to do. Oh yeah, so if you can train me up and pay for me to do it, and pay me to do it, fuck off YouTube. I'm only joking. But yeah, there was talks of a just to keep people in the loop here, because obviously I realise I've spoken to a lot of people, about 100 people about this in the last 2 weeks, just people I've come across and met and stuff, but I haven't spoken much on YouTube about it, because obviously I haven't been here for 2 weeks in my break. But seriously though, it's there was a lot going on, you know. Around the start of July, it was obviously, you know, the anticipation was for me this summer to be working in a youth club, and the bar work's going on fine, like it's going on great, working out well, serving people, pulling maybe 50 pints an hour, you know, with a few tips here and there, so you know, it all mounts up. And unfortunately, with the youth club, it's kind of a thing where all the trainee staff and the training staff, the staff that train people, not staff that are training to be teachers, but staff that train people to obviously do the health and safety and get this health and safety right and the boundaries checks, have all gone on holiday. So unfortunately, I've just missed the summer holidays club, so unfortunately they can't support me there. But I don't know if I'm even going to go to the youth club, because in September, if you think about it, I'll have college 1 day a week, and 4 days a week I'll have a placement. So it's going to be very tricky to say goodbye at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and say see you tomorrow at the school, and go, oh shit, I've got about 6 hours bar work, or I've got 6 hours at the youth club. You know, there's no time to yourself, and also you're exhausted as well. So I need to be very, very careful on what I choose. It might just be that on a Sunday I just do bar work and help out at the bar, and maybe 1 day in the evening in the week I help out in the bar. But it's highly unlikely I'll be doing all three. You know, school, 1 day at college, bar work, and the youth club. I think the youth club will be the one I'll probably have to say no to, unfortunately, until a later date, because I just can't. You know, people's days are only so long, you know, so yeah. Well, I think in the last 8 months, 9 months, it's definitely been very interesting. Oh yeah, very, very interesting. Real eye-opener. Like, I think this time last year I was kind of like, well, am I going to do YouTube forever, or am I going to hopefully get a job at the airport? Because I think I was talking about, might do college, or I might, you know, go into something at the airport, or, you know, it was very much, if you spoke to me last year, I didn't know what I was going to do. You know, I was kind of like, I'll either do something at the airport, or I'll build up my channel and stuff like that, and I'll be able to go full time with it, or I'll possibly do something, I don't know, like at the primary school and get into the caretaking side of it and site management manager or something like that at Dalkia. But yeah, I mean, it's been a real eye-opener last 8 months, like what I really want to do, and that's what you kind of need. You need plenty of time to make the right choice, because I know plenty of people will go, oh, I don't know, you know, I don't know about this, you know, it might not be Sam without YouTube and stuff like that, it might not be nothing, or might not be anything, you know, or something like that, or maybe he's just faffing around, he's going from one place to the other. 1 minute he's saying he's in a primary school helping out with the caretaker, 1 minute he's saying he's in a grammar school for boys, next minute he's saying he's in a secondary school all for girls, and the next minute he's saying he's in a youth club, and then a bar, and then another school. You know, that sounds like a very unstable career plan. He's getting tossed around everywhere, but I don't think so at all. It's more just a case of, well, I think anyway, it's, unfortunately with the grammar school, that was me. I kicked off and went, you're not moving me to the girls' school, and ended up kind of regretting that, because obviously 5 months down the line, they didn't want me anymore. Because what I didn't end up moving to the grammar school for girls. I went, I'm not having this. I'm going to write to another school. Because I originally wanted to stay in the grammar school for boys. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to stay there. And then they wanted to move me to the girls' school. I was like, not having that. No way. Not going there. Because obviously I didn't even know how to bloody interact with them. Whereas now I do. It's a bad experience. And this is what I'm talking about. So, obviously I ended up writing to another school. And the only one that got back was, another school in the area, all for girls. So I was like, so I just had to go for it, you know, which was kind of a bit difficult at first, but 3 months there, 4 months there, it went great. Unfortunately, as I said before, the guy went off sick, and the whole support plan and project around me that he had built up for me to stay there long term and get me on a MVQ and all this didn't go to plan, unfortunately. So I went, okay, you don't need me anymore. We're very, very sorry. They said they would write me a fantastic reference, which is kind of a get out of jail card for most people, because most people just leave or decide on their own initiative that this isn't for me, and that doesn't look good at all in terms of references. You know, you never do that. You want to stay somewhere as long as, and give it your best shot, which is what I did. And kind of got out of jail card there, got me a good reference, and just went to another school. 2-week placement. Started about 3 weeks ago, didn't it? And it's probably about 70% a yes, I can stay in September, and 30% we're unsure. It might have to be another faculty, or it might just have to be we're sorry, we can't support you because of the amount of maternity. And it is true, by the way, because there are a lot of teachers walking around with bumps. So yeah, well, in that school anyway. So yeah, I've been everywhere in the last 8 months. I think it's been nothing but success, you know, working in all boys school, working in all girls school, and then working eventually in the mixed school, which is what I wanted originally, to be honest, because it just makes more sense. But I mean, from a social interaction point of view, a mixed school makes sense, but maybe from an educational and kind of graduation point of view, maybe not. Maybe same-sex schools are the go-to and make more sense for people who actually really want a high-flying grade, want to go off to universities. But again, you don't need to go to a grammar school or a same-sex school just to get into university. I think that's kind of it's like the pun, isn't it? It's what people think compared to what's can actually be practiced in any school. You know, if you get good grades and you just get your head down, there's good teachers everywhere. You know, it's not like grammar schools select the best teachers in the world. You know, there's going to be flaws with every single one of them. You get good teachers everywhere, just like you get bad teachers everywhere. In my opinion, from a grammar school was, yeah, they were good, but sometimes they were a little bit unorganised, and they only wanted me in 1 day a week, which wasn't really helping me expand. You know, you want someone in 3 days a week, if not 4, to really help them get the grasps of it and get used to the place very quickly, and then you get to build up obviously more seniority and stuff in the school, get your way around the school quicker, because you're never going to learn. I mean, if you're in somewhere for one day a week, you're going to end up doing 3 days of work, or let's say five days of work 1 week in the space of about 1 month, which is incredibly insufficient. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. So I kind of preferred working in the girls' school because it was more 1, 2, 3. You know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Plenty of time to get used to the place, know the teachers, get used to obviously the environment and the students, and that worked well. But obviously in the school I'm in now, that's 5 days a week. So every single day I was in there. I was working longer hours as well. So it was like 8:30 till about 4:30 or something. So yeah, I could draw the building of the school and how it looks in my sleep. Seriously, so that's what I'm saying. You want to be in somewhere as long as possible to really get used to the place and the teachers and kind of the ethics of the school and stuff. You know, so they're all run different. I know there's all these academisations going on, which people say, oh, it means rubbish teaching methods and stuff like that, which is just stupid. That's just parents going, oh, we recognise that it's been called an academy now, and whatever, our Sammy or our Tommy or our Benny hasn't been performing as well, or that's just point fingers at the academisation. That's just a load of rubbish. You really think a school would, you know, get rid of loads of good teachers and replace them with loads of substitutes? No, because it all affects on the grades and the school's reputation. So no, they don't do that. That's just a myth, or a thing that coffee room WhatsApp groups go around with bloody mums on it going, this school, that school, this school, that school, and blah blah blah, and doesn't have a very good Senko thing and a special educational needs department and all that. But yeah, I mean, it's a funny one. Very much so. But, you know, 8 months, 9 months ago, I had not a clue. You know, I wouldn't even know how to help somebody in a classroom, you know. Wouldn't even know how to pour a pint in a bar. Wouldn't have a first clue how to navigate a school and send errands everywhere and navigate with all these complex leaders and stuff like that and help out in Senko departments. I wouldn't have a clue, but I've learnt so much in 9 months. It's been amazing, so I'm very, very happy. Even if I've had to go through 3 schools and a little bit of trauma through it as well, it's still something I feel like I've learnt, and I can, you know, it's needed everywhere in education, that sort of skill. Just like bar work. If you do bar work once, it's not like something where they go, oh, hang on, you've only worked in this bar once, we can't take you on because you've never worked in, you know, bar work is needed everywhere, literally. It's just the system's different in each bar. Same as a school, you know. Teaching can be used everywhere. It's just that the, you know, place of the school might be a little bit different. Different layout, different organisation, you know. But it all comes from the top though. You know, ultimately it always comes from the top. You always know if a school's good though if you can see the head teacher is always hands on. Yeah, or you can always see them, him or her, around the corridors, sometimes in the classrooms, helping the kids and stuff, you know, near like receptionists if they need to go home, or if they're panicking, they want to go home, and you're kind of calming them down. That's a hands-on head teacher. Some head teachers only go out when the press are there, and you know, and for an Instagram picture or a Facebook post or something like that, they're all there and shaking the students' hands, trying to figure out, is that your name? Have I given you the right leaflet? Oh yes, you are Emily. Yes, you are Beth, yes. You know, that's how you can kind of tell. You know, when a head teacher knows every single student and knows the school inside out. Yeah, that's how I always have been learnt to kind of pick up on. But yeah, September should be good. But it does need to come with a placement ultimately, so if the school I'm in now can't support me, that's fine. Because it's not like, oh, game over, you know. I need somewhere else. There's loads of schools in the area. I've been looking at Weatherhead as well, Weatherhead. There's a few others, so I can go anywhere. You know, I've been to 3 in the last 9 months, and I've been able to work out the buildings like great, you know, just fine, and settle into the routine. So, you know, and their curriculum and stuff. So, yeah, it's all about that, really. I know this hasn't got anything to do with aviation, but I just thought I'd keep people in the loop with what's going on at the moment, because I know some people will probably be going, what, Sam's working in another school? Hang on, he said he wasn't working in a school. Yeah, it's just about initiative, isn't it? I mean, if you really want to do something, I mean, most people would go, okay, I'll try working in a school, and then they'll get let off, or they might not like it, and they would never do it ever again. You know, or if they got let off, they would just go, oh, this isn't for me, clearly. You know, the universe has a way of saying no, and they'll just not do it ever again. But what I do, if I don't like somewhere, or, well, in the grammar school kind of side of it, you know, if that doesn't agree with me, and I was a little bit childish in that situation, I literally went, no, I don't want to go to the girls' school, I want to stay in the boys' school. I shouldn't have just left I mean, I said thank you very much and all that, and unfortunately, I just said I didn't like the organisation of it, and just wrote a little email to him saying I thought I was going to stay in the boys' school. I wanted to stay there because obviously my Uncle Dave works there and stuff, and I settled in very well, and I don't really want to be moving to an environment, particularly all female, which I'm not very familiar with in terms of that sort of school environment, because normally when I was in sixth form and when I was in my school when I was a kid, it was kind of all lads. Not all, but there was more. The school I was in when I was obviously 2013 to 2018, it was kind of 60% lads and 40% girls. So I was just a bit uncomfortable with that. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. But hey, worked in a girls' school for 4 months. I can do both now. So I've learnt so much. I think it's better that I've actually moved from one school to the other, because I've learnt the system more, and if I stayed in the boys' school, I would have only known by that book. You know what I mean? How can you ever do anything outside of that old book when you're only reading that book? You know what I mean? So you can't do anything new when you're in that old book. You know what I mean? Alright, stop saying book. Right, Tyler's here. Do you remember at Manchester Airport the other day, the kid that did a front flip over the fence? Yeah, I remember that. It was, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Honestly, I will give it a 10. I'm assuming you're his mate or you're the kid who did it, but I would give it a 10 out of 10. But seriously though, that could have gone two ways. Seriously, obviously it wasn't on the stream. Thank God it wasn't. But some kid, I don't know what they were running to. They were running to some plane, obviously. Jumped on the fence at the RVP and literally ended up basically going 50 degrees south. No, let's see, 90 degrees. Literally went and literally went straight down. And then another 90. So basically did a 180 degree turn, flip in the air, and fell down. And it could have gone one or two ways. It could have, which thankfully it did. He didn't land on his head or his neck. He kind of just did a roly-poly and was like, oh, I'm alright. Or he could have broken his neck and potentially died. Seriously, that is how close things can be. You know, and obviously if someone breaks their neck, you don't move them. You know, you do not move them. So that could have been very, very... It could have gone one or two ways, but on a more hilarious note, I'd give it 10 out of 10. It was very, very impressive. You know, what was it, Tom Daly? Yeah, eat your heart out. I was the person in the blue shirt next to him. I don't know him. Okay. But it was very good. It was very, very impressive. Very, very impressive. I couldn't have done it, but he just must have been going at some momentum. And obviously he got his foot slipped and he just ended up going basically a full-on flip over the fence at the RVP and literally straight down the hill. And he did like a Teletubby roll down the hill. It's so funny. And he had like a bit of like a red eye after it, and after that we didn't really see him, so I'm assuming he winded himself, but could have gone one or two ways. You know, something like that can literally go one or two ways, because it's obviously you landed on your head or your neck, so it's not like you fall over and you land on your palms, or you scrape your knee, you graze your knee a little bit, it's a bit reddish and sticky and sore and stuff. It's nothing like that. You know, if you land on your neck badly, you know, that can be extremely bad. But yeah, I mean, I'm not trained in obviously medical stuff, but I just know if someone breaks their neck, you don't move them. Same as if someone has a heart attack, you don't ask them to stand up or bend down or anything. It could have been on You've Been Framed. Yeah, it would have been good. If I just zoomed out, you probably would have seen that. Yeah. It's alright. It's like performing arts, isn't it? If he wants to do it again, he's more than welcome to. I'll actually give him a £50 note if he does it again. Seriously. If he breaks his neck, though, obviously he won't be able to benefit from that £50 note. But all seriousness, though, that could have gone one or two ways. Seriously. Because I saw it and I just thought, hope he lands the right way. If you land on your particularly your neck or your head badly, it can be very bad. It's like falling off a swing or something, or falling off a slide, you know. It's not like cats, is it? You know, if you chuck a cat off a fence or a roof or anything, you know, they always end up landing on their feet, on all fours. That's just how cats are made. You know, they always end up landing on their feet. Whereas a human, you know, they land anyway, because obviously the coordination side of it in their brain. If you chuck someone from... Everyone's seen that thing of the Red Bull thing where that guy jumps from Earth's atmosphere, or it's near the stratosphere, and he's just going everywhere. You know, because obviously humans are not cats or birds. They haven't got the motion detective stuff for them to be aerodynamic enough to land correctly. You know, they just end up spinning and stuff and vomiting in the helmet and stuff, which, yeah, that's why I don't think humans should really be going to space. Yeah. I mean, there's always talk at the moment that they've seen a bloody alien spaceship. Was it 3i Atlas? All it is a bloody comet. That's all it is. It's just a bloody icy comet, and they say, no, in November the aliens are going to attack Earth. Whoa! I hope so. I hope they land at number 1. Number 10. We could land at number 1 if we want a bit of a walk to number 10, but yeah, number 10, Downing Street. That's where we need to go. One there, and then we have a cup of tea with the Prime Minister. No. Yeah, we didn't actually go around there when we were in London. We didn't even see Big Ben, really. Well, we did at night, but we drove past it on the bus a few times. And I saw it from the train on the London... Is it the Thames line? Because there's different lines in London. There's London Overground, there's the Southern line, which is kind of Peckham and Dulwich and all them. And then obviously Overground, which kind of gets you into London Bridge area. And then after London Bridge, it's over Thames line, isn't it? And there's the Bakerloo line. And then there's the Eastern line, isn't there? London Eastern. East London or something. And then there's the... Is there a Northern line as well? North London line. Serving like Wembley area and Luton and stuff. And then there's the Elizabeth line, Bakerloo line, and the Underground. Well, the Bakerloo line is the Underground, but it's all... So I think it's all... You can always tell by the colour of the railings inside of the train in London, apparently. Which is something, it's really stupid, because normally you can tell what train you're on just by the colour of it and by the logo that rocks up when you're on the platform, when the train's going whoosh 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 and slowing down, the door gets to you. Really, honestly, how silly people are on social media. Right, we need to be turning west a little bit. Over North France. How long have you been plane spotting in Manchester Airport for? 2014. But streaming, about 2020. But, you know, relatively speaking, around 2014 I've been spotting at Manchester for. Which is quite a long time. That's about 11 years now. Yeah, probably just around 11 years. And it's, tell you, 11 years. It has changed a lot. You know, it's just not what it used to be. I mean, you go to Manchester now and it's a little bit dead. And it's just EasyJet and Ryanair. I mean, I swear to God, in 2014, it wasn't like that. It was a little bit of EasyJet and Ryanair, but there was more, you know, American stuff and more international stuff. So, why are they building all these bloody new terminals at Manchester and all these new piers when they haven't even, you know, they can't even get a, you can't even fill a 777, for God's sake, from Doha to Manchester, and they're building like 3 finger piece piers, redoing T2 and redoing T1 and T3. I'll never understand. And they're building a bus terminal as well. You know, the overflow at the RVP, yeah, that's becoming a bus terminal now, a bus cleaning service place or something. Like, why is it needed? I'm sorry, it's just a base for EasyJet and Ryanair. In my eyes, I mean, 70% of the traffic at Manchester is literally low-cost shit, isn't it? I mean, it's sad, but Lowest denominator. Yeah. Winner takes it all. Yeah, well, it's not, I don't mean the new terminals, but, you know, renovating them and stuff and building all these new finger pieces everywhere. The new piers and stuff spouting out and stuff. It's just like, it's not needed. We can't fill one 777 on one service. I mean, that says it all. You know, you'd never see a bloody 787-8 going into London Heathrow from Doha at like peak hour where most people travel on that, so you'd never see that. There'd be at least maybe 5 777s or maybe 3 777s and 2 A380s a day or per day at Heathrow. But it's just, it just hasn't got the traffic. I mean, I've got old DVDs because obviously Carl, who comes to the airport, we all love him. Yeah, we all have a laugh about some of the stuff and all that, and some of the stuff that used to come in and stuff. But all seriousness though, it's very, very true. I've got literally a big, it's almost like a big bag of all CDs of all like old stuff. Manchester Airport from the 80s, 90s, and it's all stuff he's obviously recorded, burnt onto a DVD, and it's just got all the stuff about all the silly advertisements and menus all through it, so I can just plug it into my Xbox or stick it into the DVD drive, Blu-ray, and watch it. Honestly, it's fantastic. If you want to watch, if you really want to know what I'm talking about and really fully understand where this kind of hatred of modern day Manchester Airport comes from, just download some of the Aviation stuff. You can get it on Vimeo, but who uses Vimeo? I know nobody uses Vimeo. I don't think you can. Vimeo even works. I tried to put a card payment through it once and it cancelled it. I'm just like, whoa, you don't want my money? I'm not even going to use it. But yeah, get a physical copy, get a CD, get it into a Sony DVD player, CD player, whatever, Blu-ray, should be enough, and watch it, and you'll be able to see all the fantastic stuff that used to come into Manchester. Seriously. Some stuff, some kit. 7.5s, A330s, 7.6s. I know they're old now, but it's just no sight of EasyJet. You might see like one Ryanair. They probably had like 3 Ryanair services a day in the early 2000s, and that is it. But it's all like interesting stuff. It's all package holiday stuff. Monarch, Thomas Cook, oh, bit of turbulence. XL Airways, BMI Baby, early days of Jet2, Britannia / Thompson. Yeah, brilliant stuff. Air 2000, a bit of that stuff as well. Olden days Canadian stuff as well, you know, Air Canada with, I don't know what they were bringing in back then, 767s probably. Air Transat A310s. Yep. I saw an Air Transat A310 in 2020, about 5 years ago. Yeah, which is your most favourite aircraft and you've seen at Manchester Airport? Probably 7.6, 7.5. But my favourites of all time are probably I did like the TUI 7.6s, I loved them. TUI 7.5s not so much. I liked seeing the Jet2 7.5s, I liked them. Jet2 7.5s, Thomas Cook 7.5s, Thomas Cook 7.6s. I know some people will hate me for this, but I actually used to quite enjoy the PIA 777s. I don't know why, I just enjoyed them because they used to bring in the 200s and I liked them. I have no interest in the airline at all because I know they're a little bit questionable, but yeah, honestly though, I did used to see that. Some nice kit. Virgin 7.4s. But we're talking about the favourite stuff, so keep it relevant. To be honest, I quite like seeing the Monarch A330s. I actually remember dropping my, me and my dad dropping my nan and granddad off at Manchester once, and they were going on one of the Monarch A330s, and my granddad went, yeah, that's ours there, that's ours. And my dad said something like, what do you want me to do, drive up to it? Near the nose gear wheel and bloody, you know, like a bloody chauffeur. He's like, yeah, that's our plane, A330. I think he said A300 because obviously my granddad was 85 or whatever, or 80 or whatever. back in like 2015, 2014. So obviously he just thought, oh, it was an A300. Because obviously he saw the first Airbus stuff, you know, the Freddie Laker A300 and stuff. And all the other little things, A300s. Who else had A300s in the 80s? I think Air Transat had them. Did Dan Air have them? No, I don't think they did. Oh God, who else had A300s? I worked in a Virgin 74. Oh, Virgin Atlantic Falcon livery. Oh, is that the Star Wars one? Oh, that's a nice one to get on that. You know, I've built that one in Minecraft. Honestly, I've literally built that one in Minecraft. I was going to get a model of it as well about 5 years ago, from Phoenix, one of the Virgin. Is it the Star Wars? It is the Star Wars one. It's the one with the can't remember the ship in Star Wars. Can't remember it now. Is it called the Falcon? It is the Falcon, isn't it? Yeah, hence the name of the livery, Sam. And yeah, I had like the blue kind of light speed stuff around the end of the plane. Yeah, that was a nice livery, that. Albeit Star Wars and hyper reality stuff, but yeah, still good. Still good to see. But I don't know, I liked it. You should have seen the amount of people at the park just to see that in the lockdown about 5 years ago. Literally, the amount of people just to see that thing was insane. I would say about 1,000 people at the RVP, and this was like May 2020 when everyone really should have been at home. Yeah. Still great to see that. I've got so many good memories of Manchester and all that. I mean, I'm not saying I hate the airport, but I just hate the way, you know, the airline and the business model is at Manchester now. I just despise it. It's just all low cost shit, and if it's not EasyJet and Ryanair, it's Pegasus and all that bloody Turkish budget airlines shit. I mean, it's just not appealing at all. And it's good to see it once and that's it, you know. Even if it started reversing down the runway, I still wouldn't be interested in it, you know. Never been a fan of Star Wars, but that livery was just amazing. It was good. Yeah, it was a nice livery. Yeah, I built it in Minecraft. And no, I'm not going to start showing people after the stream like I used to. Oh, I forgot. About 3 years ago, I used to like end the stream or just go, right, I'll show you what I mean now, and go onto Minecraft or something and show people what I was talking about. Oh, God. Tell you what, though. I'm not having to go at Tyler or anything or anyone who's been in the chat, but Twitch streams, attention span, are a lot higher. And that's all I'm going to say. Yeah, people used to stay for the entirety of a stream. You didn't just used to pop off and go away and stuff and do all this lurking stuff. You used to stay for the entirety of it. Just saying. It's not personal, I'm just saying. But I'm not going to go back to Twitch because that just makes me look like a fool. I mean, it could multi-stream, but then I have to have two chats, and it kind of becomes like a Zoom meeting. You know what I mean? Like reading my YouTube chat and reading my Twitch chat, which just makes no sense at all, to be honest. You either stream on one or the other. Yeah, I know a lot of people do multi-stream, like we stream on Facebook and YouTube, but I'm just not interested in that. I just think if people already know where I am. I know people do it to reach out to a bigger audience. Or, sorry, an alternative audience. But that alternative audience is always going to be that alternative audience. You know, so if people watch things on Facebook, they're never going to, all of a sudden go onto YouTube and, you've gained more views. That's never going to happen, because they'll always watch on Facebook. You know, they're not just going to go over to YouTube and start following you. That never happens. That's why people do TikToks and stuff and branch out, and they think, I've got to create an aviation live stream channel. So I need to set up an Instagram, a Facebook, a TikTok, and a Snapchat for it, and all this. I don't know who still uses Snapchat. I really don't know. But yeah, honestly though, it's like I just prefer to be kind of on this. You know, no faffing around. It's like back in the day, though. If you bought something on a DVD, you wouldn't want it on a cassette and then on, you know, digitally downloaded as well, and then just the audio, an MP3 of it, and then an MP4 of it, and then you want it in 3D. You'd never want those multiple versions of just that one video. You just have it on one thing, you know, for what you watch it on, which would normally be a DVD player, CD player, DVD player, whatever you want to call it, or a cassette player. You know, you might want to have it on an MP4. You might want to have it on MP3, you know, and just listen to it. You might want a digital download of it, you know, on an iPod or whatever it was, an iPad, you know, but you wouldn't have multiple versions of it. It's like music as well, you know, a turntable. Led Zeppelin, let's just say. Led Zeppelin, I don't know, an album from Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin 2, let's just say that. All the songs from Led Zeppelin 2. You wouldn't have that on a turntable, on a vinyl, and then have it on a cassette, and then have it on a CD, and then have it on Spotify. You wouldn't have that, you know. I know that's how it is now, because that's just the evolution of modern day media. But honestly, I just don't see the point in streaming on multiple platforms, because it's just hectic, and those people that watch on those platforms anyway never end up coming, you know, to the whatever the YouTube channel preferred platform that creator chooses to stream on. Never, you know. And also, for a little bit out of the loop, it's either like you watch it on my channel or you don't watch it at all, you know, because you kind of have you can almost create a problem there where you have two channels, you know. So if you want people who want to be informed about your stuff, you've got to post it twice, so it's double the work. So you want to post it on Facebook and YouTube. Oh, I've got to do it on TikTok as well, because I've got to retain those, you know, those followers. That's the way it works. Same with YouTube Shorts. Everyone thinks YouTube Shorts, oh yeah, people like your content and stuff, and they'll come over to your streams if they watch your shorts. It never happens. About 90% of the people who watch your YouTube Shorts will only come back for your shorts, because you've already made your impression. You do shorts, you're a shorts channel. It's only until maybe the odd curious person might go, oh, this person does lives, or oh, this person does videos. But if the dopamine, and that's all it's all about now, the dopamine effect is already hit with the shorts, they'll just keep watching the shorts. You know, it's definition of insanity. Literally, that's how it is. So you never end up actually retaining any more views by streaming on multiple platforms. It never, and I think it's been proven many times over that doesn't work. It might do in some occasions. Okay, I know I have a Facebook, a TTE Facebook thing. I don't really know why I have it, because I don't even stream on it. It's just somewhere. I honestly, I don't even know why I have it, because it's not even good enough. It's just more of a page. It's a page, and it's just kind of there. And I don't even know why it's there. I might even delete it. I might even delete it tomorrow, actually, because it's so useless and just not worthy of anything. It's just, there's no point. It's either you have it or you don't. You know, you do your thing or you don't do your thing. So I'd just rather just do YouTube. But it's all about, you know, ticking boxes, isn't it? Ticking boxes. That's what it's all about now on YouTube. You have multiple platforms. What do you call it? Like the butterfly thread, where you have multiple social medias. Okay, that might work well if you're like a band or something, or if you're selling an event, or selling, you know, mainly selling. You know, you want multiple people to see your product, and then direct you, funnels you literally into one website. You know, that's a good way of doing it. But for media and streaming media, it doesn't really work, because then you have like different type of people, different audiences on almost two kind of different channels, or different channels of media. So it doesn't really, if in my kind of old-fashioned mind, it doesn't really work. It doesn't make sense. I mean, I don't even know why I have a TTE Facebook thing. Honestly, I really don't. Yeah, doesn't make sense. I think I did it just because I thought, oh, I can post some things on it, but then I just realised, well, there's YouTube community posts. Why would I have to post anything that needs to be on Facebook that wouldn't need to be on a YouTube community post? I mean, isn't that just like not keeping people in the loop? And almost like disrespecting people who kind of rely on your kind of public service on YouTube. Yeah. I don't know. Too many people think they need every platform to be successful. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's an odd one. Because what actually happens, realistically, is they end up burning all that. And I was speaking to someone about this the other day, who's just started out new in this kind of stuff. I'm not going to name them. We're going to call them Nameless. Okay? Nameless. Yeah, Nameless was basically creating loads of different accounts. And he spent 5 hours posting, I think, maybe 2 or 3 things on each and every one. Now, if they look back a week later and think, well, how well did that do? They'll probably go, well, I haven't... So far, I haven't gotten £1 million in the bank. And I haven't had the tax man running after me going, what the fuck is this? So, exactly, why would you spend 5 hours? That's almost like half a day at work. On something like that. I mean, if you're doing it for your own pleasure, don't get me wrong, that's fine. Do your thing. I'm all about freedom. But in terms of like a success point of view, all about success, it just doesn't make sense. You're spending all that time, 5 hours, posting on each and every different platform. TikTok, X. I forgot about X. Who remembers X? Who remembers Twitter? Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever they might have. YouTube as well. Post all that stuff, getting all the tags right, just for equally and mutually to get the same amount of retention. It doesn't make sense. You might as well spend all that five hours of time nurturing and, you know, purifying something that is actually really good. Because that's what I do. You know, with a trip report, I don't bother putting it out on loads of things. You know, once it's ready, it's ready. I have no doubt in my mind that when I upload it, it's going to fail, because I know it will normally surpass 1,000, 2,000 or 5,000 views, if not more, and people will always come back and go, I enjoyed it, you know, that wasn't a bad report. I've made some stinkers in the past, some that have been a little bit, well, Sam didn't actually get this footage, whatever, his mate recorded it, you know, them kind of things. But in terms of most reports and major productions I've done, you know, not with Aviation, but also with the Survival Island Minecraft stuff, they've always been received quite well. And even if they're not in the comments, I've always had people messaging in, people who used to watch my stuff and go, yeah, good stuff, you know, keep going, always watch you and stuff like that, and support multiple people and always support you. So, you know, but that's just a little bit more rewarding than spending about 5 hours posting the same boring picture on multiple platforms. It just doesn't make sense. You're wasting your energy. And I suppose you're almost burning out in a way, because you're thinking, it becomes a chore, doesn't it? And if it's not, once it becomes a chore, it's not. That's why I had a 2-week break to kind of refresh my mind and focus on things and really get things sorted and organise things. So what I've done, nothing. No, honestly. In the what's this? YouTube just don't seem to get as many views as Twitch. Yeah, it's something to do with the algorithm on YouTube. It's with Twitch. I think it's because it's a smaller platform. You might say it's whatever, more, but I think there's fewer people on Twitch. So people who are on Twitch, they all end up going to like kind of very few people. So that's why the audiences seem bigger. And you can just put a game into it as well, and it will put up all the games, all the streams from that specific game. With YouTube, it can be really hit and miss. Sometimes it just gets the game completely wrong. You know, once I was streaming Terraria once, and not Terraria, what was it? Forza, that was it. Forza Motorsport, Forza Horizon, and it thought it was a different Forza game. You know, so all the people who were looking for that game were probably thinking, this isn't Forza Horizon 4, this is Forza Horizon 5. What? So it can be a bit funny. But yeah, what I've done, I've updated my Discord. So I've gotten a new bot thing. So when you're welcomed into the server, it welcomes you, and it sorts out loads of stuff with verification roles. Also with Discord, there's a staffing list that's going to be added. Yeah, I know I was going against that about a few weeks ago, but it's actually quite a good idea because people know where they stand. Yeah, so people actually know what they're doing, what they need to be doing, and anyone who doesn't do that well enough gets points taken off them. So basically they end up losing a little bit of credit, and then obviously eventually, unfortunately, will be shown just a verified member thing. So it's kind of a way of, it's like an automated way of reviewing how mods are. So it's kind of pinning down mods and putting a little bit of pressure on them and going, if you really want to be a mod on this channel, and really want to be a mod on this channel, you know, you've got to do just that. You can't be doing things like just showing up on the stream for about, or showing up on Discord for about 2 minutes and then leaving, you know, because that used to happen and never worked well. And I always got the blame, you know, which I suppose is understandable as a creator, but I think in terms of, you know, personally, it's more, you know, if you're going to be a mod, you want to join Discord because the Discord will actually review how you take control of actions, so it kind of monitors people. Obviously there's a whole thing of, oh yeah, you'll be, you know, terms of service and privacy and all that they'll have to agree to, and if they don't agree to it, they'll just have a mod thing taken off them. So it's kind of one of them. It's a little bit North Korea like, but it's good because obviously it means I get better mods, you know what I mean? So it's kind of, the stuff on Discord I've noticed is a little bit more, it's more busy than it used to be, got more members than it used to be, so it kind of reviews how mods are, and then it will remove, or it will basically come up, I think it was every 4 months or something. Adam set it up anyway. Every 4 months it will come up with a tally of how they've performed the mods and if they've done well enough. So it's a little bit of a scrutinise for that. I mean, some people will hate it. Some people will go, oh, this is disgusting. You know, you can't do this. If someone's like having a bad month or they've lost someone, a relative who don't want any time on social media, obviously that can be factored in. But yeah, it's just to basically make my stuff better. For the YouTube stuff, I've just been editing. I've actually written a thing for, oh, here we are, instead of daily shorts, this is what it was last year, right? Daily shorts. I had a short out every single day, a YouTube shorts, until I ended up running out of footage. Honestly, I actually ended up running out of footage, and it was just a bit embarrassing. So yeah, I've got a thing now where I will upload a shorts every other day, starting from next week. In terms of gaming timetable though, that's a little bit unknown. Yeah, because obviously I said in October last year that I will be streaming gaming streams, particularly whenever I want to, you know, because it will basically make it easier for me to produce better quality streams instead of like having them at a schedule where I know I can't meet that schedule because maybe something might be going on, might have to cancel stuff, because my life sometimes can be very unexpected. You know, I might get invited somewhere, I might get invited out, I might get overtime or something at the bar, you know, I might have to work a longer shift, I might have to see my nan in the evening, which I have to do maybe twice a week, depending on how she's feeling. I might have to just, I don't know, work on something, work on a trip report, do something in my personal life that I might enjoy, and I might just decide, you know, tonight I just don't feel like streaming, which can sometimes be the thing. It's not like a loss of inspiration or whatever, heart or anything like that. It's just sometimes people just don't want to be streaming every single evening, you know. You can probably create better streams if you don't stream every evening, if you just stream maybe 3 times a week, which is kind of what I aim for, kind of still consistent but plenty of notice that I'll be streaming, you know. I think that's the key. Loads of notice that I'll be streaming on a certain day, a certain time in the evening, and that's it. Not a timetable. I mean, always timetables for me they've gone okay in the past. I think I stuck for one for about 3 years, and obviously I went, oh no, I want a kind of a freedom timetable. It's always been one of those things I've always tested. I've always gone, oh, I really want a structured timetable, and then when I've got the structured timetable, I go, oh, I really like a free timetable where I can just stream whenever I want. And then when I have that, I go, oh, it'd be better if it was structured. My views are going up, my subscribers are going up. Yeah, it'd be better if it was structured because I'll get more people knowing what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, you know, how I'm doing it, where I'm doing it, you know, whatever stream it might be. And yeah, and it kind of just falls back sometimes and goes into, oh, a free timetable. Oh no, we'll do a structured timetable. Oh no, we'll go back to a free timetable. It's always been like that for the last 11 years. For the longest time I stuck for it was probably about 3 years, and then I just thought, well, it's been tweaked though. It's been tweaked, changed, you know, fiddled round with and stuff, or I don't know, things have been cut out or change. Obviously with timetables things change, you know, that's the nature of a timetable. Nothing ever stays the same every single week. Things change, things happen in people's lives. People can't make every single commitment ever. It just doesn't work. It's not human. That's why we've got AI which breaks down more than a human. Do you like football? Yeah, I like Liverpool. I support Liverpool. Yeah. Tell you what though, I was watching the women's game on what day was it? Sunday. There was this guy's Everton fan, typical Everton fan, and he was saying, see, the women's are just not as good as the men's. Even though he was there to watch the women's, he was still. Oh, and then in the end, he had like 3 pints of Stella. Started making a load of kind of rude statements and stuff like that. Why is my plane pitching up so much? Okay, that's not right. Just level the nose. Yeah, you're losing altitude here. And speed. Why has it done that? Why is it just pitched up like so aggressively? What the hell's all that to do with? Could it not go any higher? How long was it like that for? Not long. The last 7 minutes it's been like that. But yeah, he was making loads of rude statements and stuff about the women's football. I'm not going to save them because it's just inappropriate, but yeah, typical Everton fan really. I have no time for Everton fans. Just mediocre club for mediocre human beings, really. But yeah, never liked Everton. Never. I mean, it's not really fair that a lot of them have a go at Liverpool players, to be honest, because I think most Liverpool players wish them well, because obviously from the same city, same county, you know, the country. But Everton players, no, laugh about Hillsborough, have a go at all sorts of people, threaten them, threaten the staff and stuff, young, whatever, students and some of the Liverpool FC Foundation stuff that go in. Yeah, Everton fans will literally queue out there and have a go at them and shout verbal abuse at them. I mean, we don't wish that on them, so why do they wish that on us? Exactly, it's just... Yeah, I just have no time for Everton fans. I mean, one of my best mates at school was an Everton fan, so can't say everything, but just a lot of them seem like very, very silly and mentally dangerous people. I don't know why, they just don't seem very with it to me. But I'd actually rather support Man United than Everton. Yeah, just got no time for them at all. Just the behaviour, that's all. It's nothing to do with how we play or the players they've got or the management. Nothing to do. It's to do with their fans. Their fans are just sometimes the most vilest people on earth. So aggressive, unnecessarily aggressive, and I just do not know why. And as soon as you see that stupid blue shirt in it with steak written across it, and they start swearing, effing and jeffing and behaving like monkeys, you just know, yeah, here we go again. Seen it all before. But not all Everton fans like that. Just most of them are. But, yeah, no time for them at all. But, yeah. And then you've got Man City fans on the other hand. Dream on. Yeah. Checkbook Pep, the Tooth Fairy. He makes wishes come true. Oh. With the Arab bank account. Oh yeah. I don't know, Mark. Well, that's the unfortunately when you've reached the bottom of a barrel, which unfortunately Everton have, and the fans, some of them, that's what they do, and it's just disgusting. There's no other word before. It's not even pathetic. It's disgusting, and that's what they do. Not all of them though, just some of them, and I really don't know why. Start shouting abuse, and I mean I've never been to a game where both teams are, like a derby. I've never been to one, but someone I know has, and it's just chaos. It's absolute chaos. Only from one side though. It's not the Liverpool players having a go at them. It's and shouting. Maybe the odd one, but in terms of like the amount and the percentage, it's mostly Everton fans just kicking off and having a go at Liverpool fans and Liverpool players, and it's just throwing things at them and stuff, and got loads of banners with rude statements on it and stuff, and it's just like, I suppose this is kind of the symptoms of inferiority for very stupid people. Just like most City fans. Yeah, I haven't got a thing with City fans or any Manchester team, but yeah, Manchester City is one of them, isn't it? It's just I mean, I think how he plays is very good. Well, obviously last year, Premier League, very, very good. But yeah, just this year, not too well. More of a more disastrous. Yeah, some are true fans, but some are just majority. Yeah, they all come from Chelsea, don't they? Most of them. Oh God. But no, I haven't got a problem with many teams. It's just the only real team I despise is Everton for what they do. But not the club, the fans. That's it, because the fans carry the club. So it kind of reflects the club. You know what I mean? But yeah. Not never see me in an Everton. You never see me in a Liverpool top, to be honest. I don't wear them. I used to have all the kit when I was a kid. Not the Everton kit, the Liverpool kit, or the 2007 kit, or home away kit. I used to have that, and one of the main kits and stuff, yeah, with the big collars and all that, the Adidas collars. Is it the lapels? Is that it? Yeah. Which I think they brought back, actually. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, I had the full kit, I had the socks, I had the obviously the shorts, I had the t-shirt. Oh yeah. Classic kits, yeah, I had it, and then I grew out of it. Obviously, because at that age you grow. Like crazy, and yeah, it's good. I think I had like Gerrard on the back or something, or was it Torres? I think I had one with Gerrard and with Torres. And I think I had one with Suarez on it, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I had one with customised as well, I just said Sam. 02, 2002 when I was born. I wanted to put like 2 on the back, I don't know. It cost my mum and dad a bit of money to do that, but yeah, good stuff. That was like 2007 though. Used to run around and play football with my mates on the street and play Kirby and all that. Yeah, never ever did I bring it back home when I used to play out clean. It used to be full of mud, trainers full of mud. Used to have like sticks and stones in my pockets and stuff, and like twigs in my hair because I'd be playing around for like 6 hours with my mates after school and stuff. Oh yeah, used to go full on for it. It's good stuff. Just something to wear though, wasn't it? Just something to wear. Wasn't really like, oh, I admire this club so much that I'm actually gonna keep this in like archival mode and never get it dirty and never gonna wear it ever. I'm just gonna hang it on like the wall of fame and have like a few candles near it. No, I think I wore it for school once as well. Yeah, Kirby. Yeah, it depends on the streets though, doesn't it? It always depends on how the street, because some streets won't have it. Like cobbled streets, you can never play Kirby on a cobbled street. Who lives on a fucking cobbled street though? If you live in a cobbled street, you might as well bloody live in the past. bloody cobbled street. Right, we need to be going a bit faster here. This is really, really slow. Yeah, no, I don't want to go down. Ugh. Frame drops. God, it's midnight. What am I doing? Oh, God, my Uncle Dave's messaging me. What the hell are you doing? On my street, though, it's just people who moan for no reason, just not sociable. Yeah, you get that, though. Yeah, on my street, it's not very lively. I mean, it's lively at like 8 o'clock in the morning when everyone's going to school, because there's quite a few little kids and stuff in the area that just go off and stuff. And yeah, it's kind of like a sharp bend as well, so oh god. And the plane in the road, I'm just like looking and going, yeah, I hope a car doesn't come around the corner, because it's a very tight turn. Like seriously, I might be like waiting for something, like a delivery or something, or you know, a parcel, and I'll be like, why are they playing up the road? What are they doing? Do they not realise it's I suppose they don't, because they're kids. It's like really sharp angle, but they're playing on that sharp angle. Of course it would have to be on that sharp angle where we can't see them, but we always manage not to get run over. So it's, and even the cat does it as well. The cat literally, sometimes she sleeps in the street. I'm not even kidding. If it's not the dirty washing basket she sleeps in, it's the street. Seriously. If it's too hot, she'll literally sleep in the road. And I'm not kidding. She'll do it, but she's always still here. Had her for a year, still here. Probably be same this time next year. Yeah, our cat, guys. It's really unfortunate. It's got knocked over by a delivery driver. But so have we. We've seen them in Liverpool. They bomb around like crazy. Yeah, I think everyone's been nearly wiped out by a delivery driver or a, well, cyclist. Or yeah, I don't know. It's just like I just don't think they pay much attention. They're so busy looking at where they're going on their phones, they just knock into people. I've seen it multiple times. I was in Liverpool about 3 months ago. I literally saw a Just Eat driver full on pelt a woman down. Literally just rode straight into her, right into the back, and she went flying on the floor. Phone went 5 meters down the road, and guy just got on his bike and rode away. Yep. And if I was not streaming, I'd probably say a lot more, but I'm not going to. Yep, I was in Weatherspoons observing it. Yes, I was like, ooh, must take notes of this. I could have gone out and helped her, like, but I didn't do that, because I'm an Everton fan. No, I'm not joking. Oh dear, no more Aspel for me. Awful. Disgusting act of human behaviour from me. Not helping the woman who's been knocked down. Someone gonna nick my pint though. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't do that anymore though. If I'm working in a school, I normally don't go to the pub after school. I think it's just a slippery slope. No, I used to though. If I finished in the grammar school or the girls' school, I used to go, obviously, home and then get changed and go to the pub for like 2 drinks. I just thought, oh, what if someone sees me or a teacher? I was thinking, yeah, this is a slippery slope. I'm not going to do it anymore. You just don't know. I feel like you've been watched as well. It's like, makes me laugh though. The one in Chester, the boot. I know they've got to do it for security reasons, but it's a phone and technology detox pub, so you're not allowed your phone or any forms of technology. So no chargers, no AirPods, no Apple Watches. You can have your Apple Watch, but just don't use it. But yeah, they just encourage conversation, real old-fashioned traditions. No tracksuits. Not allowed to go in tracksuits. So half the world won't be able to go in. And yeah, literally, it's just an old-fashioned. It's called the Boot Inn in Chester, and it's on the Rose. And it's got like old hay, kind of hay, and it's before cement, like walls and stuff. It's just really old-fashioned. It's really low lit though, really low lighting, like seriously low lighting, and it's kind of to create like a certain vibe. And I think some people can smoke in there as well. but it's like really. I go in. I think I've gone in like 4 times, and that's it. But when you're in there, it's like, oh, I'm gonna put my AirPods and listen to some like 80s music. Oh no, I can't. But yeah, there's no music in there. It's just quietness. People drinking ale, talking, no phones, no tracksuits, people well dressed, no swearing at the bar. Yeah, no swearing at the bar. You know, if you do it, you get kicked out. But honestly, I like it because it's like going back in time. It's really weird, but it's also really, really good. We went there last Friday, me, Martin, and Dad, for birthday drinks, and it was good. It was really, really good. But yeah, it's like being at school. But that's the funny thing. They've got multiple CCTVs and CCTV cameras in there, so we can actually watch you. So it's like, technology detox pub, 5 security cameras. What's this? They're allowed to watch us, but wait, you can't go on your phone. Yeah, it's quite cool. It's very. You just walk through like an old door, and then another door with a load of stuff on it saying no tracksuits, no swearing, no blah blah blah. There's Samuel Smith's pub as well, so they obviously have standards. Not saying other pubs don't, but some of the people you get in pubs, like me, you just walk through the door and there's like a candle on each old desk, a dirty kind of rugged carpet, with weird things on the wall upstairs, like weird rugs with like old Chestery kind of Viking stuff and all that. Approach the bar, I'll have a Samuel Smith's Taddy Lager please, or a bitter. And you kind of got to talk in like a quiet, because you don't like people who are too loud. So honestly, there's no music, no like pop 80s or anything like that, or smooth radio or anything like that, or greatest hits from the night, nothing like that. Very quiet. And it's great, it's really good. Honestly, it's one of those places that you just appreciate. If someone just like whistled a song, you'd appreciate it. You just go, oh, that was brilliant. Because it's just so, takes you back. Just makes you realise how a kind of bloody weird modern day life is. People just don't have to work much to get quite a lot on media now. Same with music though, isn't it? It's like, I read something the other day that people don't appreciate real good songs anymore because it takes no real effort, hard blood, sweat and tears to get that album. Because back in the day, if you wanted, I don't know, a copy of, let's say, Genesis, Lamb Lies Down on Broadway or something, or I don't know, Van Halen 1, or I don't know, 5150 or something, or Led Zeppelin or something. Here we go, Led Zeppelin again, or AC/DC, or really great album back in the 80s, Heart or something like that, album from Heart or Bon Jovi. You have to go out, get out of bed, do like maybe a 6-hour shift, 3 days a week somewhere, get on your bike, go to the music store, buy it, obviously hopefully have a cassette player or a vinyl, a turntable to play a vinyl on. Obviously, whatever, it's £12 please, hand over cash, take it home, get on your bike, cycle all the way home, and that's all you had. And you'd play it, and people used to appreciate it more because that's all they had. There's no all this quick gratification stuff where they go, oh, that bit just didn't hit how it should do, so I'll just skip back. If you wanted to listen to it again, you'd have to either adjust the turntable or have to listen to all the songs again, just for that one bit to kind of resonate, and so music felt more special back then, and people appreciated it more. That's why music now is so rubbish, because people can appreciate everything for a very short time and it just dies off, so it doesn't take much for people to go, we've lost all our bloody whatever standards, let's just, because all the modern music nowadays is written by all these songwriters, Taylor Swift, whatever, what's her name, something Carpenter, can't remember her name, Ariana Grande, whatever, blah 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 blah, Ed Sheeran, they're all written by the same people. That's why they all sound the bloody same. And people do realise it, but subconsciously go, oh, if a beat is quite bouncy and bassy, it immediately stimulates whatever What do you call it? I don't know what it is. Dopamine effect, so people are hooked on it, unfortunately. Yeah, what I try and do, I try and listen to a whole song, a whole album, like, once a day. I've actually tried to do that, so I appreciate it more. So I might go, well, I won't listen to that album again until Wednesday. So I appreciate that song a little bit more. And it's actually worked, you know. Too much variety, increase of boredom. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, if you wanted to get an album or a copy of something you really liked, you'd have to work hard, you know, hard graft. Not literally saying blood, sweat and tears, but, you know, some hard graft. Get on your bike, go to a music store, pay for a copy of it, go home, get it on the turntable or the cassette player and play it. I remember a little bit of that though. You know, if I wanted to watch a horror film, you know, back in 2012 or 2010, something I liked or saw an advertisement for, or, that's what it was, you got an advertisement, that was it. None of this, oh, buy now, pay later kind of shit, which never works, because people just end up not appreciating it anyway. But the whole beauty of adverts is like, ooh, sneak peek, that looks good, and then you pay for it, and that's it. No silly mounting up subscription stuff, which is the problem in modern day life, unfortunately. Mounting subscriptions in people's bank accounts, and people going into overdraft because of so many subscriptions to this, that, the other, and they just think, oh, it's cheap for now, worry about it later, and then eventually they're doomed. About 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line, they're bloody screwed, because they don't realise certain ones have put up the prices and they just have taken it for granted. You know, seriously. But yeah, it's not as appreciated music anymore, because people can, if whatever, a melody or a chorus didn't hit the same way, they can just, you know, rewind the song and go back, you know, and listen to it again, and it probably won't have the same effect, unfortunately. It'll probably be lesser than the one originally. So yeah, you want to try and get your attention span back. I think a lot of people should do that. I've tried to do it though, because I used to have a bad habit of going, oh, I'll listen to this and I'll listen to that, and then, oh, I'll listen to that, and I just thought, well, this is when I used to obviously stick a load of music in my videos and stuff. I just thought, oh, this isn't very good, this, I'm just not getting anywhere, you know, because I'm listening to the same song over and over again in the edit. Maybe I should just like pick out certain songs that I know I'm going to have for that edit and then just stick them in. That's what I used to do. I used to go, well, does that song sound like that one? Let's try and find another song that sounds like that. You know, it never really worked. I might try that. Yeah, it does work sometimes. It depends on who you are though. I mean, there's no point saying to a teenage lad or a teenage girl, oh, what you need to do is listen to your favourite song once a week. They probably don't even have a favourite song. It probably goes all round the fucking show. But, you know, honestly, it's what I'm trying to do. It won't work. As long as they're on the phones and stuff, less of the, you know, the willingness to even do that or invest in a little bit of like self-care or whatever, or keep up the attention span. It's when it suits people though, you know. I know some good music. I'm not trying to be big-headed here, but I actually do think I've got a really good music taste. You know, I think most people probably do have, but some of the stuff that people get overwhelmed by, particularly in the last few weeks, people going to big gigs and big concerts in Manchester and Liverpool, really does question, do people even like this stuff, or is it just forced? Is it like socially engineered into them? Is it because their mates like it and they go, well, I've got to fit in, so I've got to like people who sing with their hands behind the back? And, you know, to be honest, I'm surprised them two have actually gone beyond where they've gotten with the tours without having a fight again. Beyond 2 tours without bloody falling out. Yeah, that is amazing. I'm sure everyone knows who I'm talking about. Oh dear. Right, here we go. Turn on to fans. And sorry that's just taken so long to really descend into flipping Manchester. Right, autopilot is off. We need to start getting some things on as well. We're descending currently. Put them on. We'll just turn these on as well. When we turn lights on, I think we're all good. Here we go. Coming down. Yeah, it's been a good stream. It's been very late stream. But yeah, I was out, sorry. I was out in Cheshire Oaks and I knew when I came home I wanted to edit. There we are. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow though, so I want an early night. Yeah, see, I could get called into the bar tomorrow, that's the thing. Yeah, the guy just messaged me on WhatsApp, who I do know, by the way. He's kind of like family, but he's almost not. It's kind of one of them. It's kind of like, what was it, my Uncle Dave's ex-wife, and he obviously ended up not having a kid with her, and then she ended up having a kid with someone else. So he's kind of like my nephew that isn't really my nephew. No? Maybe? Yeah? Nephew? I don't know. It's really weird. I don't even know what he is. Just a fucking guy who works at the bar who I only met once. Well, I've met him a few times. God's sake, I've known him for about 10 years, for fuck's sake. I've only met him once. Oh my god. Yeah, I've worked there twice. Yeah, it's quite easy bar work. Yeah, people would be quite surprised with how easy it is. Just like pull a few pints. It's the till, that's the thing that throws me. The till, the maze of the till. Honestly, if someone has, some people just don't want a bloody a pint of Carling. They want a pint of Carling with a little bit of lime juice in it. Oh, why the fuck would you have that? Or they'll have a Foster's with a tiny little bit of shandy and a little bit of lemonade. So you've got to go a Carling half or something. And the maze of the tills, and then you've got all the minerals and stuff, which is a bit weird because all the cans and stuff, Coke cans, even though all the bottles and soda stuff, it's all the minerals. So I'm like going to bottles and stuff and soda and going, where are the cans of Coke? Where are they? And Pepsi Max or Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, where are they? And I can't find them because they're all in minerals. Why are they in minerals? What the hell? There's hardly any minerals in any form of soda. It's all junk, isn't it? Yeah, for some reason it comes under orange juice because orange juice is in a can sometimes, and you just think, oh, it's easy just to stick Coke in a can. Do you really think if someone's ordering orange juice, someone's going to order Fanta and order Coke, so it might as well be in minerals? So it's a really weird situation. But yeah, working a till in the bar, if it's quite a complex till system, which the one I'm working is quite complex because everything is in a different like folder. Oh, you can't just like type it in. Oh no, you got to bloody find it. It's easy just to accept cash and card and all that. That's easy. That's the easy part, and then pulling out the change. Oh yeah, do that with your eyes closed. As long as you've got good math skills, you're alright. But working the till can be a nightmare sometimes. It really can. When you don't know where somewhere is, or where something is, you've got to ask. And that's normally what I ask. I normally go, right, where is, I don't know, let's say, where is Gordon's gin? Where's that? Pink gin. Where's that? I can't find it. I don't seem to find it. You know, because it's all in different areas, and it's pretty annoying. Right, here we go. Engines have been cut back. Making a bit of a rumbly noise, isn't it? Right, we'll select that to there. Auto throttle is on. I think we're going to have to do another loop, guys. I would say we're not too high, we're just going too fast. So I'm just going to do another loop. Yeah, it's more of a rumbly noise, isn't it now? Yeah, I've updated it, but I don't know if I like the update. accepting speed stuff, I used to click X and it used to like cancel. Not cancel, but accept it. Now if you click X, it goes back to the previous setting on the, what do you call it, the autopilot section. Nightmare. Yeah, no, another loop is advisable. It's just sensible that, 'cause I'm coming in far too fast. Make sure I don't. Oh, see, it's done it again. It's cancelled the thing because I've clicked X again. See, if we're making these changes, why can't we just keep them how they used to be? Because more mistakes happen when people change. Do you think that Airbus would actually do that? If they change the setting with something quite major, like accepting a speed something, they'd let people know about it, wouldn't they? That's the whole point of a simulator, for it to be realistic. To the point. Down to detail.
2,500.
Pinned down to detail. Right, okay. Ooh, I don't like that turn. Didn't like that at all, man. Why is my plane ascending? Oh, we're too slow, that's why. Right, get auto throttle off. We're gonna bloody stall this thing if I'm not careful. My plane isn't ascending. What the hell's going on? Oh, it's because of my flaps, isn't it? Speed brakes, get speed brakes up. Why won't they go up? There we go. That wasn't very nice, was it? Ooh. That's not what you want. Right, I'm going to select my flaps. There we go. A little bit out of the loop, aren't I? Because I haven't done it for so long. I forgot my speed brakes there. Fucking hell. Whew. Right, cut back the engine. Just a little bit. Maybe to like 45 or so. Oh, that was horrible when you can't pitch the nose up. Oh. Ooh, that was not nice. Okay, right, I don't even think we should have auto throttle on, to be honest. And it won't go off. Right, okay. Flaps 12. Still overspeeding quite a bit. Get the gear down. That's the parking brake I enabled there, isn't it? Parking brake. Yeah, it always does this, doesn't it? It always gets really cloudy when we come in.
2,500.
Okay. Whew! Missed this. I've missed the adrenaline and the pressure. See, it's quite funny, but it's quite embarrassing when you get it wrong. But even when you get it wrong and it's embarrassing, it still gives you some sort of pleasure. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just sick. Sick in the head. Right, increase speed. Thank you. Just a little bit. Wasn't like this before. I could see the bloody airport. I think I've cut my corner too slow. Too short, sorry. Yeah, this is why you do IFR, people. ILS. Sorry, not IFR. Yeah, just a little bit out of the loop. Okay, I'm happy with my flaps. The speed's alright. I just need to line up to this runway properly. Okay. Slow the plane down just a bit. Hairy approach. Okay. I think we're over Stockport area. Ooh.
2,000.
Right, let me just see where we are. It's really thrown me this, hasn't it? See, that's it. Landings are always more difficult. Always. Yeah, miles off. Absolutely miles off. Might have to do a 2-3 left landing. Which doesn't really make a difference. Yeah, we're going to do a 2-3 left landing. Just makes more sense. Yeah. God, there's me thinking. Do you play with controller or joystick and throttle? Controller for the Airbus for now, but if I'm doing Boeing stuff, it's always with a yoke and a throttle thing. Because I actually bought it. It's alright, but it seems to have like this weird snag to it where you pull up on the yoke and it seems to control your camera sensitivity, which is like really shit. Kind of like defeats the thing of flying, because it's like, oh, that's rubbish. You can't concentrate, you know what I mean? Because your thing's going everywhere. Your camera. Yeah, this is why I like auto throttle. I'm not having it on because I've frigged up the system. Yeah, the Airbus. Yeah, that's the thing. You don't really need the Airbus throttle quadrant. All you really need is the Boeing one if you've got it already, and just buy the Airbus yoke, because they're the same thing, aren't they? Throttle quadrant.
300.
Not too low.
200.
There we go. Alright. We can do a greaser.
190.
What was that? 190? I hope it's not 190.
60. 50. 40.
Right, is it going to go into its weird flare mode?
20. 10. Retard. Drive. Retard.
Oh!
Retard.
Did I get the tail there? Don't know. I think it was the gear. Right, reversers are open. A little bit on the rough side. Right, we're going to have to go around to the turning circle. Whew! That was alright, wasn't it? It shouldn't be a 3-hour flight, but it's from Ibiza. Right, here's a turning circle here. Right, we'll belt it down this runway as quick as possible. Oh god. Finally back at Manchester. Yep, weather is exactly like this today. Well, like yesterday. There we are. Yeah, we had to do this on the Jet2 757. He like, there's a Ryanair Max coming right behind him, and he literally, went full taxi speed, probably above taxi speed, legal taxi speed down the runway, and it was like, I thought we were taking off again. Everyone on the plane thought it was like, ooh, just to get out of the way, doesn't he? Oh, we're here. Right, landing lights, we'll just have them on for now. Runway turn lights. We're good. Ooh, God, that was about like 2 years ago, that. Came back from Tenerife. And the Jet2 75. Lost my teeth! On the Jet2 75. It was faster than this though. Oh yeah. It's like more like this. Yeah, it's more aggressive. Yeah, I've never seen or felt a plane taxi so fast down the runway. Alright, let's get to T2. Yeah, rudder's not animated, is it? Yeah, it's either it can do all the updates in the world, LVFR, but it's never seemed to fix the rudder. It's always a little bit funny. After landing, it just never seems to work very well. It's like the minimum input is like, it might move like 2 inches and it just doesn't affect any of your ground speed rotation. Or ground taxiing angle, whatever you call it. It's not really speed, is it? There we are. Looking both ways. Oh, why is it so bumpy? I think there is actually a real hump there. I think they did quite a good job on animating that. Or designing that in. Yeah. A few crickets and ants you can see there. I think I might need to slow down a little bit. Don't end up on the green. Yeah, that was an alright approach. Well, it wasn't really. It was very hectic. And it's raining. Just started raining. There we go. There's someone's attached two little little black chopsticks to the end of the cockpit windows, isn't it? They look pathetic. Good flight, that I watched well. Yeah, thank you. Whoa! It's alright, we can go down this one. Good flight, that for what I watched. Well done, thank you. Yeah, thanks for sticking with it, Tyler. They went flying into a bloody 777 there. What use would that be? How much money have you spent on flight sim? Actually, it's not that much. I'm not saying it's not expensive. It isn't expensive if you're on pocket money or something like that. Yeah, it's not very affordable. It's quite an expensive game. But no, I'd say about maybe like 300. 300. Yeah, the yoke and all that. The Boeing TCA yoke, Thrustmaster. Throttle, which was a package by the way, so that was like 145. The game itself, about 50. The Dulux version, 70. So you do the math around... You do the math. You do the maths, sorry. Around 100 and... No, not 100. About 390, maybe? Just shy... Either shy of 400 or above 450. And obviously you've got all the packs as well. You've got all the add-ons like the planes and stuff like the Captain Sim stuff and all the liveries and this Airbus LVFR stuff. And I've got a few other little things as well, like these aircrafts, these static aircraft with liveries. Yeah, I've got some of them, and I've got I think that's it. I think I've got another one, but I can't quite remember. Oh yeah, the Manchester Airport pack. Yeah, the one that's right in front of me. Right, let's turn into this gate. It's stand 104. Is it gate A1? It's gate A1, isn't it? Yeah, I've been through this gate many times. On the 330, the parked in on this gate on the Wamos 330, parted on a 75 from this, 2E76, maybe on a Dreamliner, I don't know. I've been on this stand quite a few times. Right, here we go. Engines off. Probe heats off. There we go. Yeah, to tell everyone I went to what's it called? Slim Chickens today. Yeah, in Cheshire Oaks. It's alright. To be honest, I'd actually say KFC's better. Seriously, because there's more texture and more flavour to the chicken. Not that I have KFC. I probably last had KFC about 2 years ago. Seriously. But I just thought I'm never going back. Just because, I don't know, it's just rubbish. Don't know. Customer service is rubbish. Food is alright, but service is just rubbish. And it's got all the vibes of a failing business, really. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, Slim Chickens. Chips are nice. Garlic bread's alright. The dips are okay. So they always want you to get the dips, don't they? They always want you to get... Because it's 20 quid, so it's a kind of two... It's almost 2 meals in one, really. So that's what we got. I think it was like 10 chicken tenders or wings. Large fries with it. And I think it was a... What was it? Habanero dip, which we didn't include. So we just put 2... what's it called? Sweet and sour things in it. Never been Slim Chickens. Yeah, it's honestly, it's... People say it's meant to be special, but it's really... The chicken is bland. And I did have sauce with it as well. It's just really bland. Don't know. The just the dips, especially with the sweet and sour chicken. Sorry, the sweet and chili one is just like, I don't know. It's just like really sugary. I don't know. It just wasn't. Chips are alright, but the chicken is. Don't get me wrong. It's well cooked. It's fine. No, health and safety things there. It's all like, it's raw, bit gritty, or grittly, but that's the thing. If you don't want the grittle or bone, get boneless, But chicken's just a little bit on the bland side. It's fried and all that, but it is a little bit on the bland side, just a little bit lacking in. I wouldn't really see texture, more flavour. Just the spices aren't there. I probably missed a whole page where it said select your chicken type, spicy, and all this just for a 20 quid meal just to go to 50. Never been to Five Guys either. Never. I just don't bother with it because I see it for what it is. It's lousy food. That is just unfortunately very, very popular, but only very popular for people who really can't be bothered any other way if they get shit food. But no, I wouldn't have paid that. I wouldn't be rushing to go back. That's what I mean. Wouldn't be rushing. No, not at all. But for a lunch, it was okay. It wasn't awful. It wasn't amazing. Like the Pina Loca is. It was just all right. It was just very, very media. It wasn't really disappointing. It was just the chicken. The chicken was just tasteless. It was just like, I wouldn't be rushing back for chicken. Maybe just order chips next time. Maybe just order a milkshake. Yeah. Also, just a little advice on people for milkshakes. Had someone in the family recently who was a bit ill, unfortunately, at Lime Street Station in Liverpool. Went to Joe and the Juice. I don't know if you ever heard of them. And unfortunately, they had a milkshake that tasted a little bit off, and they ended up being violently ill. So, kind of imagine that in your own mind. Violently ill. Or interpret it how you will. From a dodgy milkshake. So if you ever get a milkshake and it tastes off, or anything, just common sense, right, isn't it? Don't eat it. Why am I telling people that? I think people know that already. I think it's just because I've just suddenly figured it out. More likely than not. Should we get a jet bridge? Yeah, come on. This is going to become a flipping 4-hour stream if I'm not careful. Can not do it? Oh, I can. Right. Jetway connection.
Manchester ground Chanix 323. Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
When did I take off? When did I take off? 3 hours ago. Nearly 3 hours ago. Don't believe it. Shouldn't be a 3-hour flight to Ibiza. Nope. Yeah, we did have a headwind. Yeah, we did. Quite a bit of a headwind. Not going to go any further. Is that it, mate? Oh, here we go. I'll get a baggage service.
Manchester ground Channex 323, could you please send the baggage?
Catering and fuel supply. That's what we need. Catering.
Manchester ground
Yeah, we are actually thinking of going to Amsterdam.
send the catering.
Maybe late August. Yeah, I know we've been saying it for the longest of time, but Amsterdam, possibly late August.
Manchester ground Channex
Can't do it at the moment because obviously the bar work and all that. I need to make sure I'm not letting people down. And if I say I'm going to be there and got a free timetable for 3 weeks, you know, I'm needed, aren't I? I can't just say I'm going to be there and not be there because people will rely on me to be there. I'm an asset. I'm a resource. They need me. This is the world of business. Right, okay. Would you advise mods to be added to the game or not? I'm thinking about adding them, but I don't know if... yeah, they should be okay. If you start causing any like frame drops and stuff, I mean, they shouldn't crash your console or anything like that. I mean, I don't know if you've got it on PC or Xbox, but I think on Xbox you're just a little bit more safe than on PC. But generally, mods, if you get them from a reliable developer, and if you've got the spec, and you assess it, no frame drops, no weird crashes, that's fine. Best of both worlds, stick with it. But if there's anything unusual, it's it's affecting your gameplay and your enjoyment from the game, I wouldn't bother with it. You kind of want to get that medium bit though with mods. That's the thing. It's like a balance with mods. You want to try and get just the right amount of stuff and not have it too kind of straining and taxing on your PC or your Xbox. Same thing. They're a computer with a CPU inside. Still get affected. Right, here we go. Right, we can turn off this playing. I'm going now, literally, before this bloody stream gets any longer. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. I might be doing Skyrim. I have to see if the bloody game's been fixed. It's more my end than, the game, but anyway. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Trip report out next week. Or possibly at the weekend. The Turkish 777. So that's from a month ago when I was in London. I decided to go down to Istanbul for the night and stay over, and flew back with Wizz back to Gatwick. So that was quite fun. Yeah, I'm trying to get a good view of this. That'll do. See you guys in the next one. Have a good night. Bye bye.